People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. And with a legend like that saying it, what more can I say? People deluded, I'm back again. One love if you're on Twitch, extra big up if you're on YouTube. Please make sure you're smashing the like button, get the creative juices flowing. Now, I think we can all calm down now that we've signed Gyökeres. I'm lying to you lot, people. I'm still excited. I'm sure you've all seen the training pictures. You know, what's even more encouraging than Gyökeres and the obvious excitement is that both Calafiori and Timber are in training. Now, being in training don't mean you can participate in the North London derby and doesn't mean there's any like spanners where pre-season planning for next season is concerned, but that's a positive. Obviously, William Saliba and Real Madrid, them two names have been synonymous. I mean, technically, Max Dowman ain't kicked a professional football, and Real Madrid are looking at him now. I think off the bat, that is absolutely nonsense. And what I mean by that is, of course, you've got a generational talent, very good young player. You know, if he goes all the way, and you know, there's one thing having potential, and then there's another way, like realizing it. Of course, everybody again from 12 years of age, everyone's known about him. It's not just you. Really think where Max Dowman's concerned, the other clubs in England haven't tried to poach him in the same way we've probably tried to do that with several exciting talents. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I mean, I don't know his mother, his father, or his family, but think about it logically. While Real Madrid is a club that, whether you're young or old, it needs no introduction and they don't ask twice. Is his family prepared to uproot themselves? So I think it's 100% nonsense. But don't let that get in the way of a good bit of a conversation with us, people. And we're all hoping for me, Eze, for some of you, Rodrygo, for some of you, both Eze and Rodrygo. Fabio Vieira is also linked with West Ham. Smash the like button, people. We'll get into that in due time, man. How's it going, DG? True Gooner, one love, man. Make sure you're subscribing to his channel. Hoping Eze next and Saliba new deal. Mafia Berta. Come on in, Berta, we trust. I mean, I don't want to gas it and say, you know, seeing Saka and Saliba signing new deals will gas me as much as what I'm feeling about Gyökeres and potentially Eze and Rodrygo, but it would, because it's clarity over their futures. It tells us we've got a bit of stability, and let's have it right. Berta's been in, you know what? Berta's reputation speaks for itself. His background in finance, what he's done at Atletico Madrid. I'm sure all of us Arsenal fans, we were quite frustrated between Arteta, Edu, everybody else involved in terms of recruitment. We don't know what Edu did or didn't do. In the same vein, if Arteta's tactics work or don't work, we can see it on a footballing front. That's not extended, but we wanted an experienced man, and he joined in March. Obviously, he's picked up the pieces for a couple of deals, got that through, getting the new deals done. Attention has to be turned to flushing some of the players that we have at the club out and getting some finances in, etc., etc. Man said, you ain't getting Eze Rodrygo. You man ran out of bread. Your transfer business is over. I'll take your word for it, Marcel. A man said, why does DG get put? He done Sunsport fan debate. This guy's on Bants, man. You know, got paid though. So he's laughing. Anyways, away from that nonsense. Well, go on, DG Boston. I think you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Will Wright rejected Arsenal to join Liverpool. Liverpool hijacked the deal. It seemed like Liverpool in for him first. Then we went back in and then they took him. I mean, fair play to him. If he wants to sign for Liverpool, you've got one career. Go do your thing. If that's where you feel is the best place for your development as a striker, do your thing for Liverpool. If they buy him for what, I think 250 grand. If he progresses to the first team, they're laughing. If he improves and he's not quite good, because it's difficult to break into the first team, and he goes from, you know, someone that was bought for 250 odd grand to a couple of million, you're laughing. I said this kind of same rhetoric with Heaven and Chido Obi Martin at Man United and many others. Now, Marcel's not a troll, man. Well, he is, but he's part of the family here, man. Tom, on the other hand, could lose his moderation status. Where do you see yourself between Liverpool and City this season? What do you mean? I support Arsenal. I don't, forgive me for not understanding the question. I do think Liverpool and City will be between them, just because I know City have kind of fallen off, and we're all probably expecting Pep to leave. But it's like, let's just say, I don't know the actual maths here, but let's just say Pep's been here for 10 years, exaggerating for this example. Let's just say for 10 years, right? 9 of those 10 years, he's, you know, 100, all the things he's done, 100 points, trebles, etc. And he's had one terrible season by City's own kind of standards. I can't really say it's falling off. I'll be real. For me, with City, if I see them defend half competently, then I think they're the favourites. They're up there. If I don't see them improve defensively a lot, and it's not even just ability, they concede a lot of cheap goals there. Myth. Liverpool have to be the favourites for the simple fact of they won the league and they haven't rested on their laurels. It's almost like, it's a bit similar in that everything works for a reason, but Slot walked in last season, right? They gave him a half-fit Chiesa. There was transfer speculation over players. What they're doing this summer, like us, like what we're doing, should have been doing that last summer, but it is what it is. And obviously, if you add Eze and all of these things, it's quite crazy. Like, Liverpool have to be the favourites. You've got Eze, sorry. You've got Izzat, you've got Salah, you've got a team that has won before. Again, the only thing you would say with Liverpool is, well, to be fair, everyone, us as well, because we've made a lot of changes, but you want to see how the players gel in. I do think, I want to pick my words wisely, but you might see more quote-unquote radical kind of changes from Slot. This is where I think as a neutral, you're going to see what Slot's Liverpool looks like. So, yeah, man, it is what it is in that regards, man. How does DG bottle a part of my Saka debate? I didn't bottle anything. Saka's better. What we got to remember is this is a day and age of rage bait, unnecessary rage bait, where the questions are rigged for one, it's booked for the other. Man, I'm going to do the pop. Shout out Saka because it's not with him. Man, I'm going to do the nonsense anyways. And I'm not here to be funny. Like, come on now. Like, if you're bantering me, I can also reply with facts to you lot in the chat. When it comes to this YouTube stuff, when we strip back the crap and who's got the best analytics and cameras and who, whatever, when it just simply comes to learning from hindsight, applying good foresight, footballing IQ, tactical debate, etc., not a single soul's talking to me. So, yeah. Anyways, mum. Anyways, away from that, big up Sava though, because I got time for Sava, man. We actually need to. I mean, the only criticism I can say about Sava is the club he supports, but yeah, man. Defensively, I question Liverpool depth wise. You know what? Yeah, it probably won't happen to the way we're expecting it, but it does kind of feel, at least where the 29th of July is concerned, that you can make a case of. I wouldn't go as far as what Arteta was saying about 8-9 teams, but Chelsea should be up there, and I have them as dark horses. Liverpool are the favourites for me. City are there in amount. Anything less than us not being there, Arteta, you know where the door is. Quite a few teams will be there, man, if I'm honest. So it'd be interesting to see who's fighting for the league, who's fighting for Champions League, all of the teams that you expect to be there, who underwhelms, etc. Top 6 predictions and relegation free, please, DG. Big up to you. Top 6 is difficult, man. Like, it's difficult, but give or take, Liverpool / City. If you have City as winning the league or Liverpool as winning the league, then obviously jot the other one down. Probably anything for, well, I hope first, but probably third. But you know what? Off the bat, Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea. Well, as I said, Liverpool first, City, Arsenal, Chelsea. There's a 5th place. You know what? I like Thomas Frank, you know. Oh gosh, completely missed my mouth there. Beyond that, I don't know who'd be 5th, man. Relegation, it's difficult. I think Sunderland go back down. I don't think there's enough experience. Granit Xhaka is a step in the right direction. I think Sunderland go back down. I don't want Leeds to go back down, but you know what? Just because of last season, I have to put the 3 promoted teams kind of there. We shouldn't be worried about other teams. We just need to win our games. No excuses. I want Eze, but I feel Nwaneri's game time will reduce if he signs with Arsenal. Well, I mean, if you're good enough, you're going to get an opportunity, man. Like, do we want to sign difference makers or do we whatever? And to be fair, I hear you, but obviously the biggest thing with Nwaneri, like all these young players, is consistency. There's no point being man of the match on a Tuesday if you're not going to do it on a Sunday, and he needs to be given the scope to grow into that. So when he goes through them trials and tribulations, someone else has to come in. We can't have it all. You can't ask to bring through young players, have a competitive side, have depth. We need it, man. I think City will flop again. I hope so, naturally, but yeah, man. It is what it is. AJ, one love, my guy. It is what it is. Tom, I'm not going to lie, yeah. Big up yourself. And I know it's a bit of banter, but what do you want me to say? If I think Saka is better, like, and probably the world does, like, and like you said, what more can be said? Saka's clearly better. Like, it's pub chat. So beyond that, I don't know what you want me to say, how you would like me to react. If I think Saka's better than Palmer, someone thinks Palmer is better than Saka. Like, if someone thinks Palmer is better than Saka, or if someone actually thinks some footballer is better than some other footballer, we can debate, but I'm not going to die by it. I always say I don't tell you what to think, just think. So I'm like, where are we going with it from here? Where are we going with this now? Like, where I would like to know where we're going with this. Like, what's going on? It's not making sense. Please. Anywho, smash the like button. And can we have some thought engagement? Because you're not messing with my ADHD. When we're actually having debates, I'm fully immersed. Shit like this bores me. Like, at least make the trolling funny. Like, Liverpool have 3 centre-backs and having Konate Gomez as injury prone is not good. Every team's got chinks in the armour, innit? Like, there's every team's got chinks in the armour, but Liverpool be there. Liverpool is 1 DM or Van Dijk injury away from not challenging potentially, but that shit was said, yes, last season. Obviously, we've seen how Saliba derailed our thing, how Rodri derailed City's thing. And it could happen with Liverpool. At the same time, the same thing would be extended to, like, if that's the case with Liverpool, and I extend that to everyone, it's no excuses. Of course, we can sympathize with injuries and all of those kind of things, but you know that we know the fixture calendar list. We know why depth is important. We know why strength in depth is important. Like you mentioned, Van Dijk. Obviously, there might be someone that's in their quote unquote squad. Like Van Dijk's up here. You might not have someone that's up here like Van Dijk, but they might be there. So it's a factor. It is a factor, man. It is a factor. It is a factor. One injury to a centre back is curtains. It's not the same for us. That's great, but then you could wonder 2 injuries or 1 injury to our attackers, and then we're in trouble, man. It is. Well, it is. You think Eze is a better left winger than Nelly and Trossard? As I think that's where he'll play the most. 100%. 100%. He's better than them. DG, how did you let Liverpool snatch Will Wright from Arsenal? Man saying me, like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it seemed like Liverpool were getting him first, then there was radio silence, then we had a bid accepted. Now they're involved. This is how football happens. Like, I'm sure he's a talented young player, big him up, deserves to live all his future, but I don't give a monkeys about him in the grand scheme of things. Of course, if he looks like the new, you know, if he's like a white Pele or white Cristiano Ronaldo or something when he was a striker, of course you're gonna think, how'd you miss out? But at this moment in time, does anyone really care about some 17-year-old at Salford? Big him up and big up Liverpool for that, and big him up mainly because if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Really? I'm still drunk off the Jokeres. Liverpool ain't winning the league. The defense is shaky. But I mean, even if their defense is shaky, statistically, where are they? And I know our defense isn't necessarily shaky, but if everybody's honest, like, I know you can talk about clean sheets and golden gloves. We dropped off a cliff defensively, not necessarily our defenders, but the defensive aspect. And actually, when you've got Mohamed Salah, boy, and as we saw last year, if Liverpool do fall off, and like, let's just say over 38 games, you need to be able, the rare times that they drop points, you need to make sure you take yours. So we can do, I'm not even, listen, I don't give a flying monkeys about Liverpool, but we can do all this copium and opium, and it feels like last season, oh, they're going to fall off, they're this, that, and the other. There's always an next goalpost that was put in front of Liverpool last season. They won the league. I'm not saying you lot, but the same people that were saying these things, oh, they're just relying on Salah, injuries, when they eventually won the league, the same people that was peddling this bullshit, in my opinion, completely flipped it and said, well, actually, they've got players that have won the league before. Broadly speaking, forgetting Liverpool, because I only care about this club, we did say, when it's all said and done, we're fighting a juggernaut of a City team. When City ever fall off, if they ever have a blip of a season, we're going to be there to exploit that. And you could say we exploited it because we finished above them, but did we do that? And it does make you think, going back to what I said previously, if we had a summer like that we're having this year, or what is shaping up to be last year, and we really improved what we needed to improve in it from a coaching perspective, God knows. I know we don't have 14 draws. Maybe we have 7. Maybe we finally lift something. Maybe we still lose out on the league. I don't know. But we can only focus on what is. There's been 3 years of finishing second. Take the good, take it to new levels. The evident areas on and off the field, tactically, rotation, all the stuff that needs to improve that. Put your best foot forward. Let us fans feel like you've maximized all of this. Still doesn't guarantee you're going to win a Premier League trophy or anything, but you should feel confident that you could be in the mix, innit? That's that for me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. There's no reason why we can't win the league. Big up yourself, BG, for the super chat. I mean, the players have got to believe that, which I think they do. And Mikel, like, boy, if I'm honest with you, the one thing I'd say to the players, they ain't down tooled for Arteta, but you need to win silverware. You need to now. Like, we've been here for a minute now. I hate this convo, but if you think we'd stay fit and Paul and City had an injury crisis, you don't think we'd win. Wait, say that again? I hate this convo, but if you think if we stayed fit and Paul and City had injury crisis, you don't think we'd win. We probably could win, but for me, that's all it's buts, maybes, coulda, woulda, shoulda. And unfortunately, when it's all said and done, we gave a good account of ourselves in the Champions League. But when we bucked PSG and a madness happened, you were left thinking, what if? The last 2 years, 3 years even with the Premier League is what if. So maybe you could have, but at the end of the day, winners win, losers explain. I want to move beyond that and actually just get over the line, because that's that seems to be all that we're doing as a football club. So then what is it the season before that, where everybody was fit, which isn't exactly true, because Tomiyasu, Partey, there was tip that when Timber got his ACL, these men were all fit. Well, excluding them, things were ticking. We had the squad fit for the majority of this season. We didn't win the league. So then, like, for me, no 2 seasons are alike. Sometimes we've seen years people get 90 points and they don't win the trophy. Sometimes you walk it like Liverpool. Either way, there's 3 years we haven't exploited it. The deeper conversation is the one consistent thing within this 3-year period that has happened to us. We've been second. Why has that happened in these 3 years? What can we improve? How can we get over the line? Because we always want to sit here and talk about, oh, the Premier League is every game's a cup final and fine margins and this and that and the third. That needs to change, people. A man said, bro, support the club and Mikel properly and stop gaslighting for clicks. What are you moaning about? One, I'm not moaning, but two, I'm entertaining a conversation said by, you know, big up the supporters. Two, I'm pretty sure I support Arsenal Football Club. I don't support anyone else. Three, supporting doesn't mean just blindly sucking dick and chatting shit. Please don't try and gaslight me. Second of all, well, not even second of all, like fifth, fourth of all, if you don't like what I'm saying, fuck off and go somewhere else. You're on YouTube using capitals. I know you have to ID to use porn now and whatnot, but at least go fucking bust a nut. Stop chatting shit to me, man. Furthermore, suck your mum, man. Just come out my chat, please. Like, please. Man said gaslight. Where's the gaslight? Where have I not said support anything about Arsenal Football Club or Mikel Arteta? Support doesn't mean I'm going to act like everything's rosy or everything's terrible. I'm not even going to explain myself. At this moment in time, we're close to 70k subs. We've probably got 11,000 videos. You see me on other platforms. I think I'm well versed now. While I understand there's always someone new that you have to prove yourself to, I think everybody knows how I look at things. So please go somewhere else, because if everything was gravy, I'd be gravy. If everything was negative, I'd be negative. If I was blowing hot smoke up Arsenal and just high off the preseason copium, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't say any of that. Please allow me, man. Nah, man, like, bro, it's not even crashing out. It's not even that. But fam, come on, bro. Like, come on. By all means, draw me out. But come on, like, where have we said anything? What have I said that is unreasonable? There is shouting or whatever. We all know it's not. It's just, if I'm not, there's some fans that love doing this overly negative thing, and there's some fans that want to behave like everything's amazing and we're in this glass tower, and anything that doesn't sing from that hymn sheet is issues. What is the flying point? What is the fucking point of talking about what Arsenal's good at? And I don't mean that in a disingenuous way. What is that? Think about it logically. If I was in school and I'm studying for GCSEs or whatever, and my predicted grades, let's just keep it with 2 subjects. I'm predicted an A star in English, and I'm predicted a D or something in maths. Obviously, I'm going to keep, you know, revising English and stuff like that. Quote unquote, what would be the point focusing on something I'm good at? What would be the point if I've kind of got that? Don't I have to put more attention into something I'm vexed about or struggling at? Because I keep saying this isn't me to say Arsenal's the biggest and baddest in the land. You know, I don't know about no one else, but I mean what I say and I say what I mean. Of course, I'm open to being proven wrong. I genuinely believe on and off the field in the last 3 years, bit of an asterisk on the first 2022-23 season, we've shot ourselves in the foot. Before I look at how good or bad this team is, that team is, I think we've shot ourselves in the foot on and off the field, either what we did or not done in the market. Mikel Arteta's done good and got us to where he needs to, but times he needs to change things in game. Obviously, the evident failures, well, we've shot ourselves in the foot. Why would I want to talk about negatives? That's the only way. You think Arteta is sitting here like you lot and just sitting there and say, oh my God, everything's great? He's not. Because how do you get to complacency? He's a killer. Come on. We know we're a good defensive team. Take it to another levels. You know, again, we've got Gyökeres, we've got this, we've got that. It's great. That doesn't solve much, because we look at where we were for penetrating central areas, converting big chances. In fact, converting is one thing which Gyökeres can do. Creating big chances, the variety of chances. A lot of our XG, because a lot of these guys love to waffle about this XG bullshit, it's come from set pieces. And unpopular opinion, I don't want it to go away from set pieces. Keep doing that. Just bring other aspects into the game. Now, me as an armchair expert, if I'm saying this, what do you think? Someone's getting paid 15 million a year, pressure to deliver a trophy, pressure to probably want to effing win it for himself, let alone the players. What do you think they're saying? Come on, man. This is why I said, I'll tell you what to think, just think. It's easier to talk. It's easy to sort like that. You know what that comment said? That is what you would define as an answer. Everybody's got the answers. Who can rise up the questions? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Come on, man. Allow me, man. DG, we do this shit pro bono. Arteta getting 50 mil. Yeah, exactly. DG, now Arteta's got the strike he was after. Is the pressure now on this season to win the Prem? The pressure was on last season. Bro, we need to win stuff. We need to win stuff. Arteta, you show me you're a good manager, you know. You're good. I don't think you're perfect. You're a good manager. I could praise you for many things. Are you a winning manager? No, you're not, because you ain't done that yet with the major offers. And it's fair to say, if everybody wants, like my man said here about just supporting, this ain't me to gas it. We've been crying about scoring goals, right? Last couple of years, we've got, give or take, 90 to 100 goals. Bare different men have scored. So we've got many different ways of playing, right? You've seen us be decent defensively. You've seen elements of the 2023 season, 2022-23 season where we played great playing forward. Arsenal used to get mocked for being shit defensively and top 6 games being a write-off. That's complete opposite now. We're quite good defensively. People want to waffle about where the manager stands in the game, and Saliba's this good and Gabriel's this good and Saka this and Max Dowman that. I love all of these guys, and I'm exaggerating with Max Dowman, but with all of the positives and all of the things that people say, that would it not be fair to say, raw, like, can't we get over the line? Especially in the Premier League, because we've sniffed at it. We've run it down to the last day of the season. We've consistently been second. Okay, everyone can laugh at Arsenal. Second again, we bottled it. But if we're second out of 20 teams, that must mean we're literally closer to getting it over the line than not. So would it not be fair to say, cool, you've given us some good days out, get over the line? Even just like in the Champions League, if I isolate Arsenal and look at Mikel Arteta, this will be your 3rd year in the Champions League, managing in the Champions League this season upcoming. You got to a quarterfinals one time, right? Then you got to a semis. There's year-on-year improvement, and by God's grace, it means final and winning it next year. Is it not fair to ask? We're flirting with being here. Whatever people, this ain't the channel for you. You know, we have a laugh and a joke and banter, but this ain't the channel for you if you just want to talk about teams or shit. I'm not saying Arsenal are the best team in Europe, but it's fair to say we're a respectable team in the Premier League and in Europe now. We're a better team from when Arteta walked in to now. Great. Whether I've liked everything we've done, we've been on a long journey. We're better now. He could leave with his head held high. With that being said, is it not fair to ask about getting over the line when you've got to 2 semi-finals? When for me, you've gone out very differently against Man United and Liverpool, but you've gone out of the FA Cup in almost the same vein, fundamentally dominating the game at the Emirates, not putting the ball in the back of the net. In fact, the striker pursuit, which thank the Lord is over with Gyökeres, that's been something that's been harming us. We've scored a lot of goals over the last 3 years. Who's the only player that's done it on a consistent basis? It's Bukayo Saka, right? Who's the second one? Kai Havertz. When it's all said and done, you can't chat shit about Kai Havertz. You can criticize him and do all of this madness, but it's testament to him and it's damning on the club. If somebody has done that, that is not clinical. This is what I mean about we shoot ourselves in the foot, and we need to take the good and make it great. And evidently, address what we're bad at, bro. It's as simple as that. We're in that territory now. Why can't we get over the line? And there has to be fair questions asked. Because, listen, great beating Real Madrid. Great doing all these things. It's over the line thing. Because I don't think Arteta should be fully blamed for everything. And I do think people want to hit him over the head with sticks and whatnot. Equally, I don't think you're turning water to wine and walking on stuff. And you're not a damsel in distress. This is a relationship of convenience. You're managing a fucking beautiful football club, a massive club. And I admire you for taking the job. Big bollocks for someone that ain't managed in the game. And whether it's gone well or not, you've done your thing. But at the end of the day, yeah, there's times, other occasions where people could have, should have, and would have been sacked in other circumstances. You know, you've won every player battle there is. I'm not even trying to get at you, but you've won. You might not get that at other clubs. You've won every player battle. Aubameyang, this, that, the third. You've got a new deal for 15 million a year. You know, you've been one of the longest serving managers, which is why I'm even more like, yo, because we've got some stability now. We've got a decent team. We're doing things. Bert is making things happen. Just put your best foot forward as a whole club. And as I said, I only feel sorry for the players. There's certain luxuries I'll afford Arteta. There's even certain luxuries I'll afford the Cronkies. You don't know my thoughts on them, but I think it's boring to just blame them. I don't feel there's just one singular source to blame. Of course, it comes from the top bottom. But when I'm backing you, it's now a next realm now. Like, rebuild, all that stuff's over. Can you get over the line? Because there has been money spent. I'm not even here to do all of this money thing. Because yes, other people have spent more money than us. We all know we all know that, but we've sniffed at it. And you can't sit here and blame the Cronkies, because bearing in mind, Arteta was a player here. Maybe he doesn't know how they operate, but cool. You was a player. You walked in one time. All right. The first time you taking a job, it might be a bit naive. The owners might lie to you, whatever. You signed a new deal. So that tells me, regardless of the Cronkies wanting to be self-financing and all these kind of things, and look at what them teams are doing and whatnot, you believe that you, within them contexts, can get us to where we need to. And if you don't, if you want to disregard all the points I've got to say, please just go and look at what Arteta says. Because it's one thing me having my opinion. The man himself, you hear it out of his mouth. I want to win. The players say the same. It can't be nice. Fair enough. First year, didn't expect it, but didn't end well. The next year, ran it to the last day of the season, to the point where the Premier League simultaneously is at City's ground as well as us. It can't have been nice. This year, obviously, when it's all said and done, last day of the season, it's all the could have, would have, should have stuff when it's all said and done. And for me, it's all fun and games for me as a fan. Well, not really. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm going to be here till my days are gone, innit? Some of these players, by God's grace, you know, in fact, all of these players, I hope, win stuff at this football club 100% in it. Some of these footballers can go elsewhere and win stuff. Some of them have won stuff elsewhere, but none of you have done it together. It's you lot who are suffering in the moments. Like, you lot are riding the highs and the lows. It's you lot that are a family in the siege mentality. It can't be nice for these players. Everything has been geared towards winning. People can mock the manager. Anyone that cuts that crap and understands sport, you won't laugh at, you know, the light bulb moment and win the dog and all the stuff around the ground. Anyone that understands sport, that is how you get the mentality and all of these things. Like Arteta used to get people mocking him for doing the speakers thing about Anfield. Is any coincidence we're a bit better away from home and in hostile environments? And from that point of when it came out to where we are now, you can see where things are going. But I'm digressing. All of those things are done towards winning and geared towards winning, right? So why are we not getting over the line? That is now our task, to get over the line now. That's it. It's as simple as that. And that goes for everyone. And I think the players were let down last season. I think, you know, I think this year when you're seeing Gyökeres and Zubamendi, you're probably sitting there and training like, wow, what's going on type of thing. You know, whether we rate Madueke or not, that might be the same. When you see Sterling rock up on deadline day, are you necessarily saying that? I don't know. I feel sorry for the players. They were sold short in the summer. And obviously they're the ones played, but they were sold short last summer. They definitely were sold short last January. I've seen 18 live coming at Wanyeri and more so Miles Lewis-Skelly very fast, taking in their stride. I didn't think Kirviel's ever been a bad player, but I didn't hold him in high regards, and I still don't. But I've got a newfound respect for you. Stood up tall. When we cut the crap, Mikel Merino's had a tough season. A man's playing up front. When you remove the role match against Real Madrid, and in hindsight, it all worked out. The players were running to the ground. People rushing back from injuries. This is where now everything needs to come to a head. So yeah, man, this way is day in the life of an Arsenal fan. Big up Rants for the raid, man. My guy, Friday we go again. Friday we're back. Hey, Rants. Hey, if Rants can hear me, make sure you, man, don't sign Benjamin Sesko. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure you lot don't sign Benjamin Sesko. Big up Rants for the raid. Arsenal must. Listen, Man United fans, until 2026, I don't want to hear it. You lot committed sins against football, bro. You lost to Spurs in the final. I can't hear him. Empty barrels make the most noise. Come on, please. Anyways, anywho, you can blame game state tactics or whatever, but to put recruitment on Arteta is wild to me, especially when we're talking about bodies. It's a mixed bag where the bodies are concerned, but I genuinely think the bottom line is people don't necessarily go or arrive at this football club without Mikel Arteta. So he has to hold that. You spent peas, bro. You spent peas. And for me, above all with you, Mikel Arteta, I need to see some evolution in attacking tactics. I'd like to move the ball quicker. I'd like to create a lot more chances, because I don't want to see Gyökeres rock up here now and he's not scoring goals like he has at Coventry or Portugal. We're not creating enough. Yes, we need better attackers, but we're not creating enough chances. We're not. You can buy all the ingredients that you want, but if you don't know how to season and when to boil the pot and that, your curry goat's not going to taste nice, man. DG, there must be something the teams coming first before us are doing better than us. That is why they're strengthening and get stronger. We should be doing the same, assess where we're coming short and strengthen. And that's the be all and end all. That I guess I'm doing it on a long-winded thing, but that is exactly what you're saying. DG, if you're happy with Gyökeres and we get Eze, you'll be very happy. Does that mean you will sign an interior designer? But you can't do it for me then, mate. Big up yourself, Manny. You know what? You lot in life need to start watching people you don't like. Some of you are pop down because you watch man too much. D-Mac, appreciate you. DG, stop the stream. These people don't hit the likes. Make sure you hit the like, man. Come on, man. Come on. You can predict some, but the amount we had, you can't predict that. You can't. You can't predict that amount of injuries. But simply put, did we put our best foot forward? We knew we had a small squad, even when everyone was fit. So you signed up for certain things. And bottom line is, I'll be real, I'm not trying to hear sympathy stories no more. I'm more than, you lot know me, more than open to talk about nuances and all of this, but winners win, bro. That's where we need to get to now. That's the next step. Winners win. It don't matter how you do it, by hook or by crook, get it done. So we can cry about this situation, but in our heart, we didn't put our best foot forward. Had we have kind of had the depth for moving like how we're moving now, and we had all the, we had all the strength in it, like last summer, if we'd done everything we needed to do, we felt like we had depth and all of them kind of things, and the same injury things played out, and people are dropping like flies, then I might have some sympathy. Now I'm no physio, and I know it's easy for me as a fan to sit here, but come on now, the hamstring injuries, is it any, you knew at some point, these players have played a lot of games going into last season, let alone the previous years for Arsenal, let alone their country. You kind of knew. Fair enough, not all coming to a head like that, but it's not too far from removed to expect Kai Havertz, Gabriel Magalhaes, I'm sure Saliba, I'm sure Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, whether you rate the man or not, Gabriel Martinelli, it was always going to happen. It's natural wear and tear. And for me, again, I'm past the point of the little micro issues. Like, I've seen a season where nobody's basically been injured. I've seen a season where people have dropped like flies. I've seen attacking football. I've seen defensive football. I've seen other seasons where some footballers were doing the jobs, others were struggling. For the last 3 years, we've come second. So let's take the good from all those years, the evident areas for improvement from all those years, put our best foot forward. Because I don't necessarily think internally it's going to be the case, but we know how the conversation is going to go around Arsenal, like civilly. Forget all the rivals and whatnot. You get where we're going. So, like, what's the point? What's the point, man? What's the point, man? It is what it is, man. Injuries, we shouldn't have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling scousers. Yeah, Liverpool peed us off, man. Appreciate you, Lamar Johnson. I feel sorry for Calafiori and Jesus. Good player. Just brick up legs. And you know what? I've got time for Cala, but one more season, man, and we might just have to nip it in the bud, because at the end of the day, big up Ollie Watkins, good signing for you lot, to be fair. I don't want another Calafiori situation, like, and I think Arteta doesn't as well. Like, if I remember correctly, a few weeks ago, like, he kept speaking about availability. He just kept saying availability, and that seemed like indirects, if I'm honest. And we need that. We need that. DG, you're on the game. I hear your passion. Always insist Arsenal sign Eze and a quality left-sided baller. This is our year to challenge the owners by backing the team. I mean, I can get at the Cronkies. My biggest thing is I don't think they're ambitious. I think as long as we're self-financing, definitely where we get in the Champions League, they're going to do what they're going to do in it. But at the end of the day, I can't sit here and say the Cronkies haven't. I don't want to. I'm not backing the Cronkies. I'd just be an idiot if I was sat here saying things to you lot that I didn't believe. I don't think we can sit here and say the Cronkies have not backed Mikel Arteta. As much as they pee me off, and when they come out with statements that I didn't buy Arsenal to win. Firstly, when they became full-time owners of this football club, they've now started spending peas. They have. They gave Arteta the job when he had no CV. Respectfully to Arteta, he had no CV. I can't say you don't have ambition, because Arteta is being rated and held in the world of football to a different regard. So I can't say that you never showed ambition, because everyone's like, "Oh, were you recruiting Arteta?" So you did that. Any player problems, you've backed him. You've dished out new contracts. We've ripped up new contracts. We've shattered our transfer budget. I'm not saying Kai Havertz, it should be witch hunted, but 65 million on Kai, which what you read The Athletic, Kai Havertz, Calafiori, Mikel Merino, getting rid of Aubameyang, which we could see in the All or Nothing. Not everybody was on the same hymn sheet. Some were for it, some were against it. Arteta drove that. Madueke as well. And I'm not here to get the individual players. You're being backed. He was given a new deal. Remember the first new deal, not this 15 mil a year one, the first new deal when not everyone was with it. So they've showed that they will go against public opinion. They've given it to you. And is it the Cronkies' fault we ain't finished second? Admittedly, asterisk January, I don't know what's going on there. Probably January, I'd get vexed. But is it their fault? Because if it's the Cronkies' fault, we're finishing second and not kicking on, then it's their fault that we've gone from the back-to-back eighth thing to being second and flirting, and we're not getting embarrassed. We're not winning in Europe, but we're not getting embarrassed. It's a conundrum, man. So yeah, man. And obviously, like they've put several people consistently in place as well. Like you've been allowed to get in your own coaches. We've seen the things above board. The one thing I would say with the Cronkies is someone of Berta's standard needed to come in a lot sooner. I wasn't a fan of Arteta and Edu together. With the greatest of respect to Edu, we can't make out everything was crap. I thought it was a bit naive. Like you had at the time, or at some point in time, you had Jack Wilshere learning as a manager in the under-18s. Big up Mertesacker with Halem, but he's new to that kind of role. Arteta was learning on that learning on the job stuff is you never stop learning in it, and he still is, but that's kind of run out. But he's learning on the job. Then you've got Edu also learning on the job. Fair enough, Edu probably had more transferable experience going into that than Arteta, because he had some position in Brazil. But I didn't like that. I think you've either got to get an experienced manager and a novice sporting director, or the opposite. I don't think you can get two man learning on the job. Pardon me. He's been backed, bro. Like we've been backed. Like there's been backed. And again, clearly, I'm not an Arteta apologist, but you can tell away from Arsenal, I'm quite fond of him as a person, as a manager in it. All of these people that make all these excuses, you can't rate him. You can't rate him because you can't, when we do things, hold a man to high heavens, and then when it goes left, ask questions. If Saka don't score double figures this season, everyone's gonna have something to say. It doesn't feel like the same as it forwarded to everybody, and that's all I'm asking, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Boy, what else have we got in the comments? 750 million over 5 years ain't back in real talk. Boy. At this point, I'm not gonna. Fair enough, you know. You can think what you think. That's the beautiful thing. I'm not telling you what to think. Just think. I've laid out certain things I believe. I'm not gonna keep going around the circles. Salah, Isaac, Van Dijk, Kanate get season injuries. No excuses. This is what I read from this. There shouldn't be any excuses for anyone. And I'm not saying you, but it does feel like something like, well, Arsenal fans, stop seeking validation and oh my God, it's not equal and this and that. Bro, do you not know about George Graham? We're not supposed to be hated. If you don't support Arsenal and you're not just a fan of football and you praise and critique fairly, fuck them all, fuck the media, fuck rival YouTubers, fuck them all. It's A's until we freeze. Just get over the line. You lot, there's so much energy you need to put into this club. If you don't support Arsenal, fuck off. Simple as that. Just get over the line. I can't lie, man. You lot are asking some shit questions today, man. You lot are normally great. Jack Wilshere is a good coach. Backing him is not just giving him money, though, bro. It's putting the right structure around him. How did it take 4 years to realize Edu won't platform Arteta for success? You'd have to take that with them. But then at the same time, when Edu and Arteta walked into that point last year, that's what they believed was the right thing at the time. And we've gone from back-to-back 8th to being half decent. So at the end of the day, people are just going to see what they want to see. Very few people are going to sit there and go, Kroenke, we don't like you for this, we like you for that. Arteta, we like you for this, we don't like you for that. Players, etc. It all depends what side of the fence. Some of you are more loyal to hating Arteta and loving Arteta more than the club. That's just my general thoughts, man. TG didn't prepare no Twitter tabs this stream. You want to bet me money? You want to bet me money? Do I ever let you lot down? Smash the like button. Do I ever let you lot down? Do I ever let you lot down? Context, of course, matters, and I'm more than happy to hear that context matters. But 100%. What did I say at the start of this? I know you're not talking directly to me, but when it comes to this YouTube thing, nobody is more than happy to talk about the little nuances and all of those things. But the only context is getting over the line now. That's it. That is it, and I'm sure that's how the players feel. Like this winners, unfortunately, on one hand, I'm with you with all of that, but then on the other hand, winners win and losers explain. There is that. There's haves and have-nots. When you got to pay your bills, does the bank care? Oh my God, you know, I spent my money because my mum something happened and I had to loan this. Did they care? Or does electricity bill, gas don't say, listen, you owe X mountains out, give it. Nobody cares. Unfortunately, in life, nobody cares. And it is getting down the line now. Just do what needs to be done. Or we're just going to keep doing the courageous losers thing. But anyways, one of the most exciting things for me today was finally to see my boy in action. Hey, well, not in action, but you get the paint. Glock. Hey, I big up Rats for the raid. Who's that? Ain't that your done? Why is he not at old toilet? You don't know I'm in again, neither do you, Yokerez. Hey. Don't know you done. Have you man got a strike yet? Do you know Ollie Watkins? God, please tell Watkins no. Watkins, if you're really an Arsenal fan, no, please, because I need these lot to get Sesko. Oh my God, you're not going to buy Benjamin Tesco, boy, it's dark, and I'm happy to see Timbers back in training. Make sure you're following Rants, by the way. Nice to see Calafury back in training. Cala, stay fit. We need you. Thomas Frank glazing us as usual. It's also right now one of the best teams when you're speaking about Arsenal. I must say, unfortunately, in the world, we also need to be honest. Boy. And that, look, I have to reload this. Look how our striker is speaking, people. Hat-trick hero, a last-minute winner. He don't care about no sentiment. Hat-trick. This is what we need. 17th of August. And I must admit, Edu, you needed to go because and I'd love to know you lot's fault, but Edu, you was moving mad with these things. The Athletic came out and said, when Victor Gyökeres was assessed by Edu and his recruitment staff, thank the Lord, they're gone in it. He was profiled as a second-tier player. That's cool. Tom Brady didn't get bare trials and he became the GOAT, who could complement Kai Havertz, but was not necessarily an upgrade. He did not look an obvious fit for Arsenal's game model under Arteta, which is what I like, because I do think, obviously, you need to get players that fit the system and the remit, but I would like a bit of new, and I guess it would be coaching experience for Arteta. I actually think he can fit into the system, but Arteta, you're not always, whether you're going to be at Arsenal for the rest of your life, or from a manager point of view or elsewhere, sometimes you're going to have to work with players that are quote-unquote not your players. You've done that to a degree here, and for me, I've called us to be a bit unpredictable and random. He could potentially provide that. Realistically, I know Gyökeres has been in training. I don't think he's going to start tomorrow. I'd love him to, but on if he could play Spurs. I think he hasn't had a single training session with the team since the last game with Sporting when they became champions. So he's already on a deficit, you could say, of pre-season. Obviously, he's probably had a personal fitness trainer. Pardon me. So we'll assess him tomorrow. He's done all the medicals. Everything is looking good. But to get him up to the level of speed right now and the fitness, I think is very important. So we're not going to stop him. We want him with us as quickly as possible, but we'll have to assess, and the medical team will do that. Fair play. The signing of Gyökeres is designed to complement Kai Havertz as another option, offering more tactical solutions for different challenges. Arteta won't have to overly lean on him, which, again, we need a squad. You know, if I just use a simple example, the first 10 games of the Premier League, Gyökeres is scoring, we're winning, we're happy as Larry. The 11th game, the tactics are going wrong, Saka's not able to do it, Gyökeres is not going to be your kind of hero. Either Kai Havertz comes up front and he plays instead of Gyökeres off the bench, or he plays with him and he nicks us a winner. It's all fun and games. But I'm not of this. I don't know, man, because some people, big up Kai, because I don't want to dish you, but it's like people move like you're part of that Declan Rice, Saliba, Bukayo Saka bracket. Like, it's not that. Like, you're part of the squad, but there's none of this. Where's Kai going to play and whatnot? Fight for your spot. And you know what? Hey, this is who you lot are signing. United, this is who you lot are signing. The man who was scared of my guy, Clinical Kai. Benjamin Sesko's camp took an aggressive negotiating position in talks with Arsenal, which didn't go down well in North London. Nevertheless, constructive contract talks continued and lengthy talks were held with Sesko's camp, with RB Leipzig aware of interest. People, we all know we had an admiration for Isaac. It's neither here nor there. Man United fans, listen and listen closely. Benjamin Sesko initially resisted a move to Arsenal last summer because of how impressed he was by their 5-0 win over Chelsea in April 2024, particularly by Kai Havertz. He felt he needed more time to develop to make a proper impact. I mean, the only lower you could go than that is thinking you can't play ahead of Ramesh Højlund, but I'm sure he's got a point to prove. He's got unique qualities. I'm not going to lie, I know managers are a bit liars a bit, and I don't think our transfer window is shut yet, but it's so early in the window. We already have the reinforcements that we wanted. So if I'm devil's advocate, Berta's come in via the Cronkies, been given everything you needed to. Can't keep blaming everybody but him. I don't know. Arsenal have had reservations about paying the full release clause for Eze. If Crystal Palace were to drop the price, Arsenal would be keen to proceed, while sales would also give any pursuit of Eze a considerable boost. Arsenal retain an interest in Eze. The England international has many admirers at Arsenal and would be keen to move to North London. In theory, it looks like a straightforward deal. Eze has a release clause in his contract worth in excess of 60 million. Arsenal, however, have had reservations about paying the full clause for a player who turned 27 last month. If Crystal Palace were to drop the price in the remaining weeks of the window, Arsenal would be keen to proceed. Naturally, sales would also give any pursuit of Eze a considerable boost. A new contract for Nwaneri reduces the urgency of Arsenal's Eze pursuit, but does not appear to have ended it entirely, people. Nonsense rumor of the day: Real Madrid have been linked with a sensational approach for Arsenal teenager Max Dowman, and they could even tempt Arsenal with a 90 million euros bid for one of Mikel Arteta's untouchables. I mean, we've got nothing to worry about with Max Dowman, at least today at 15 years of age. I'm pretty sure the world, you have the world of admirers, people. Apparently, Real Madrid scouts are looking at him as is going to be the case. Not just him. There's some other 15-year-old youths, maybe not to this level that they're looking at. So let's just calm down a bit. And you look at the article, it's clickbait in it, I guess, from them lot. The same article has also claimed that a 90 million euros bid has been submitted for William Saliba, who has said he wants to sign a new deal, as well as including 2 additional players to sweeten the deal. Those 2 players, one is Arda Güler, the other is that Asensio guy. They're trying to bump us. Arda Güler, you're more than welcome. But forget that. Arsenal to sell players to fund Eze. I think, well, yes, indirectly, but I think we need to sell players anyways, and we want to sell players anyways. In the meantime, according to the Daily Express, Arsenal are planning to offload 5 fringe players in order to raise the cash for Eze. The Express claims that the Gunners hope to raise around 87 million euros with these sales. The 5 players in question are Reece Nelson, who apparently is in Fulham talks. Apologies, people. Give me 30 seconds because, big up the 9-to-5ers. But my window is open. But it's putting me off. I can't be the content creator. You lot need me to be with that. But yeah, window closed, concentration mode. Where were we? The 5 players in question: Reece Nelson. Well, Reece Nelson so good they got him twice. I know I went bugging out. Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, Zinchenko, and Trossard. Now, conflicting news, which we'll get onto in just a sec, around Zinchenko and Trossard. Fabio Vieira has been linked with West Ham. Probably needs to cut. I don't. Maybe one Reece Nelson's going to Crystal Palace as part of the Eze deal. Maybe the next one's going to Fulham. When you see the Fulham links, it is centered around the loan. Some indirect conversations about permanent. I think I speak for every Arsenal fan where, yeah, it's big up Reece Nelson, but not trying to hear the loan thing. You're not trying to hear that. If it's the only exception is if it's a loan with an obligation in it. It's as simple as that. But it's an easy article to write, in it. We know these players need to go. And as I said, conflicting news, because you would have seen yesterday/today. If you turn on your notification bells and you did see the video I did earlier, Arsenal have made a U-turn where Trossard and Zinchenko are concerned. Zinchenko's been persuaded to stay. Maybe a left back, which I want at the club, isn't going to be on the agenda. Obviously, Trossard, to be fair, 1 minute you stay in, and we've been in contract talks, then Fenerbahce links, then Saudi, then Crystal Palace, etc., etc. We'll have to see exactly what happens in that regards. So, yeah, man. And what do you lot think of a new contract for Nwaneri reducing the urgency of the Eze pursuit? Why not have the option of both, man? And if you're ready, man. William Saliba did say, let's see, he is looking like he's confident. Do you know what? I haven't got all the quotes with Saliba, but we have spoken about that. William Saliba to Real Madrid is a difficult move to happen. They've defined the odds. We have seen that Andrea Berto wants to move on Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus clearly is not taking the news well. Why does he look like AstroTurf? Or like, you know, them sponge balls in primary school? Like the sponge ones where you can play football so you don't break the windows. I mean, I might do mad stuff with my hair if I was getting 265 grand a week, but come on, man, what is that? What is that? There has been reports linking him with a move back to his homeland. There are no talks ongoing between Flamengo and Arsenal for Gabriel Jesus. Apparently, this is said, Flamengo are genuinely interested in Gabriel Jesus, and talks have already started with the player, which has been confirmed. There are two factors that could impact the completion of the deal, and they are the first factor, the player's high salary. We knew that, didn't we? Which would require Arsenal to cover part of it if a deal is a loan, which, to be fair, paying 30, 20, paying anything from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% is all better than paying 100% of the guy's wages. To be fair, I'd be happy for Jesus because obviously I want to see you get fit, play football, maybe go after the World Cup. But I didn't expect it. Again, links and actually what's going on in the real world of football are different things, as you guys know. But purely because of his injury, I didn't think people would be interested. Now, being linked and actually asking questions of Arsenal is very different. He's actually been linked with a new deal at Arsenal throughout this last month, a new deal, contract being ripped up, a move to the Middle East, silly rumor, but linked to Spurs, linked to AC Milan, linked to Inter Milan, a move back to his homeland, so on and so forth. And I thought many clubs would have went, you know what? Maybe in January, see how he is, like in terms of his rehab. Maybe he's back. Maybe he's ahead of it. I don't know. The second factor, the player's return from injury, as he's expected to be back in October. So, yeah, he's probably had a schedule. While Flamengo are looking for a striker as they anticipate selling their forward Pedro. So now this is where, I mean, this happens in football. You know, Sporting had to be looking at whoever their next striker is if they're going to get rid of Gyökeres. The same goes for Sesko, wherever he ends up. Even Ipswich with Liam Delap. That's just basic competencies, people. And actually us long-term for when Saliba does make that move to Real Madrid. But this is what makes me doubt it, because has there been a journalist that has said, "Raw, Flamengo might sell their striker"? What's a good story? And you can see where I'm going, like 2 + 2 = 10, if that makes sense. He has been linked with Newcastle and Spurs, as well as AC and Inter. If I'm him, going over there, I'd rather go Newcastle than Spurs. And you know what? Big up yourself, Gabriel Jesus. This isn't all of the quotes, but the way we just saw how Gyökeres speaks, we've come a long way from goals are not my strong point. In the same way, I like how Zinchenko plays. I like how Zinchenko plays, but I like how MLS defends. Zinchenko said, I can't concentrate. We've all seen Ramsdale, his comments around concentration. And do you know what? I was in the gym today and I was on my phone. And I don't know why it was on my timeline, but, and not to be disingenuous about Aaron Ramsdale, best of luck at Newcastle if you go over there. But do you remember when he's like with Bugsy Malone? I think it's Bugsy Malone, Ian Wright, and him, and he's talking about how he can't concentrate. You know, he needs to talk to the fans and that. Ian Wright's face kills me in that, you know. But anyways, moving on. So yeah, Romano's also poured cold water on the Flamengo and Gabriel Jesus thing as well. Real Madrid will not stand in Rodrygo's way if he receives a suitable offer and requests to leave. His entourage are stirring things up by meeting with top agents like Zahavi and Kaya Jarupkin, although the player wants to say. So it seems like people around you, and it's like Real Madrid people around you are like, yo, you might have to get out of here. But he ain't, maybe the penny ain't dropped for him personally yet. Where he's concerned as well, the Athletics' Mario Cortegana has said, Arsenal held talks with Rodrygo's entourage, but wanted to strengthen in other areas, especially at centre forward. Gabriel Martinelli or Trossard would most likely have to leave for there to be any chance of a deal. PSG have denied they have any interest in Rodrygo, and there's nothing serious with Liverpool at this point. At this point, the priority at Anfield is to continue strengthening the attack with Newcastle striker Alexander Isak. It's been said that he could set to stay over there. Apparently, Chelsea are not pursuing him as well, people. Rodrygo is also described as not being interested in a move to Tottenham, and the suggestion of their interest has also been played down. So, yeah, there you have that, people. Real Madrid won't stop Rodrygo from leaving if a good offer comes in. He told the club he wants to stay. So you want to stay and they want to get rid. We're no longer in the race if we knew. Rodrygo is not interested in joining Spurs. The English club is also not working to sign him. So, yeah, he's not interested in Spurs. He's been Bayern Munich shagged themselves, really, because they went and got Diaz helping out Liverpool. Surely he could have sniffed around the Rodrygo stuff. Ben Jacobs has said, West Ham have added Fabio Vieira to their list of midfield options. Come on, man. Give them a deal as well, because even though we've spent a record for us for Declan Rice, it still feels like we owe you money. No approach yet to Arsenal. Vieira now a name of interest. West Ham planning to add multiple midfielders. I tell you what, West Ham. We got the next Yaya Toure as well. We'll throw it in for free. Look, take Lokonga. You know what? Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, Lokonga. You look they can't tell you no. If you look, just rock up at Chadwell Heath, whoever it is that they train, just rock up there. Fabio Vieira, I guess you'd stay in London, you'd stay playing in the Prem. It just hasn't banged. It just hasn't banged. Trossard had been in talks about a contract extension, which would have seen an improved salary without extending it. His deal currently, it remains unsigned as Trossard and his camp wait to see opportunities the market brings. You want to see opportunities the market brings. It's not that I want to pick my words wisely. You know, you should do this. You're not without, needing to do that type of thing. You should be allowed to do that. But he's not fully committed then, is he? Because this tells me, and admittedly, if I was him at the end of the day, I'm sure you're happy in London. You're happy at Arsenal. You probably know that you're not going to be a starter, but you was a starter last season, so it might be your spot to lose. Obviously, no left winger has arrived at this moment in time. I just think we play Martinelli or Trossard, honestly, as Arsenal fans, until one's peed us off. Can we get to 300 likes? We've got 211. But he should reckon he could play. Equally, job security is important, bro. He's got 2 years left on his deal. Clearly want to get as much money as you want. Maybe if he feels he's not playing, he could go somewhere else. Maybe he wants to try a new experience. I don't know, people. So I understand why you and your team are exploring the market and whatnot. But yeah, that's just me reading Pep Guardiola, people, because you lot know I love the philosophical side of football. But I'm just going to read the first paragraph. Well, no, the first word. I'm glad I failed. I love people who fail in this society where everything has to be perfect, where you have to post your food on Instagram. Oh, look how great, how happy I am. Every day we're expected to prove we're happy. I'm just getting new material for when I need to bring out the PR. Nobody cared until I put the mask on, though. Nobody did care, my friend. No one did. You know what? This Indy Kaya guy, I think he's one of them clickbait dons. But to be fair, he was the first person I saw that started talking about that Isak to Liverpool stuff. And obviously, everybody, like the credible ones, have latched onto it. Apparently, we've officially put pressure on Crystal Palace. Well, not putting a bid. They've met up and laid it all out on the table, giving Palace the ultimate decision to make. Arsenal are ready to pay in 3 installments for that release clause, but they've made it clear if Palace doesn't accept, they'll just move on to other targets. And speaking of other targets, Arsenal have their eyes on Leao from AC Milan. We just played them. Why not? And he was speaking quite fondly of us. Do we believe that? Would you do that? Where are you at with that? We've gone over the Fabio Vieira stuff. Gabriel Jesus has also been linked with Brazil in that same article. Can't say I believe it, but I'll leave that for you lot. Is there anything other nonsense? Other nonsense? Tell us, is that Rodrygo, Eze are all in London, Coley? I mean, Liverpool just gets better and better. Juventus have open talks. See, you know what? With Liverpool, to be fair, they make money. They make money. They make money, and they're going to offset the spending, and they're undoubtedly the favourites. We've gone over the Dowman stuff. What's this? Will Wright is undergoing a medical at Liverpool and will sign his contract in the coming hours as a deal has been agreed with Salford City per club sources. Liverpool beat Arsenal in the race for the 17-year-old. Fair enough. Go do your thing, man. Go do your thing. So, yeah, Liverpool's gain is our loss, isn't it, people? Boy, this is the only striker I care about, man. Show me the training pictures. And big up Zubimendi as well. And I did like the moment where Mikel Merino, Mr. Double M said, welcome to our family. You see, hey, it's going to be an eventful season. I'll say that much. Look at my midfielder. You're going to change our lives. Mosquera, keep working, man. Keep working hard. 49. Come on, man. Come on. Stop sticking your tongue out, though, Timbo, man. Why for that? But it's cool. It's cool, man. My guy. Okay. Okay. Look at my captain. He's back. Look at the gaffer. Big up yourself, no God. But yeah, you get the point, man. You get the point, people. You get the point. You get the point. You get the point. You get the point. Look at that smile, man. And they said he can't play in deep blocks. He's evaded this one quite well, ain't he? DG falling for the PR. Me, I am the PR. Indy Kai have been spot on with the Isaac news. He's usually fraudulent. Exactly. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The Isaac thing, he knew his thing. A broken clock might be right twice a day. I don't really buy the Leao shouts just because, well, I don't know, man, because he's a left winger and naturally you're going to be linked. We were linked with him before. Obviously, Andrea Berta is Italian. You can make the Italian club linked. Obviously, depending on what happens with Eze and Rodrygo, that seems to be the latest spin. I think Declan Rice and Rafa Leao, you know, when players finish their season and it's just before they return to train with their clubs, they have like their own personal fitness trainers. Leao and Rice are always in images like that. Obviously, it don't mean Leao wants to play for us, but like we're a culture club, innit? Like he's always wearing the Thierry Henry stuff and giving us our flowers. At this point, I don't think Leao's the answer necessarily. I do think I like him. I need to see if we bring him in, the consistency levels need to go up and he needs to want to defend. But I'm at the point now, just spend bread, man. Like I'm not in the right, I must admit, I'm not in the right headspace to think logically. Just spend bread, man. Just spend bread. Just spend the peas, man. Money can make back. At the end of the day, no matter how much money you have or you make, we all gotta go six foot under in it. You can't leave with it. I'd get Leao, not a bad left wing option, better than starting Noni there. But Arteta must manage scout recruitment. All right. Rooks, big up yourself, but you're doing that Arteta sexual stuff. I'm not even mentioning the gaffer anymore. What's going on? It's sucking him off, if I'm honest. Oh, my bad. Oh, you lot are doing the... Hey, chat, man. Come on, man. Come on. You lot love beefing. Gyökeres will struggle for sure. Take your word for it. He wouldn't be the first nor the last player. By the way, as annoying as it is, if it's just Eze in, I'll rate this window at 8 out of 10. To be fair, no matter where Kane Eze can play left is better than Trossard and Nelly. I'll be so real. Heavy on the Eze. You want to defend Arteta so much, you're suddenly forgetting his job description and demands and expectations of the job. What shocks me most is Arteta knows the left-hand side is a mess and still wants to keep these guys. Please, Berta, rise up and get these new lads in. Trossard doesn't play well when he starts, so how can he get a new contract? It's not like he always plays well. He only plays well sometimes, mostly off the bench. Arteta getting paid too damn much to fail at scouting our own players and their shortfalls. Pep hates the goofy social media food pics. Gunner Blog said they don't want to extend the length of the contract. Trossard, Arsenal want to give him a pay bump. To be fair, he probably is underpaid. He is contracted until 2027, so that might mean he gets phased out anyways. But what, you wouldn't, even if you have plans to sell Trossard or anything, you wouldn't at least put the option of extending it by another year? Because as much as, you know, obviously if he's deserving of a, whether I believe it or you know, if he's deserving of a payment rise, fair play, but it's more rising costs, no, surely? I don't know, man. And to be fair, money's important. Well, money's always important, but at this stage in his career, Trossard got to think about everything. So I don't begrudge him or his agent for maybe taking their time over stuff and deciding what they want to do. A player that I identified as not clinical in 2022-23 is missing goals in 2024-25, and what I'm not supposed to blame the manager for not seeing what I saw 2 years ago. I'm just someone who believes in praising and then critiquing. Let Arsenal be boring. I don't think we're going to get relegated. Nathan, if you're going to try, at least make it funny, man, because some of the big up rants, some of the people that come over from rants to stream, they talk a lot of nonsense, but at least it's fucking funny. Like, it's just chatting off. But there's your 5 minutes of fame. Look, Mama Famous. What is your Mama Rainers? Let me stop. If you don't want to try, I'll troll. Like, Seaman Demon, see. Yellow card. See, if you don't want to do foolishness, we can do foolishness. God forgive me, man. In fact, nah. There's casualties in war, man. FA Cup with Emi Martinez too. What are you lot talking about in the chat? It's like I'm just buttoning conversations. Jorginho's form at Flamengo does make me think we underutilized him. 90 after 90 delivering performance. Nah, G. Big up Unks, Jorginho. You did your thing, but We needed something else, man. There's just certain games for him. Quality player, great tactical mind. Not going to surprise me when he had a great career. Not going to surprise me when he is a coach of some degree. And above all, like Jorginho was at Carnival, he's for the streets. But there was certain games like you didn't really want to see Jorginho in them end-to-end football games. Like they kind of had to. Jorginho was almost better in the bigger games. Like even I don't know how many times he's played against Liverpool. I wouldn't say Liverpool at Anfield, but against Liverpool, against City. When it's them kind of chess matches, that's his bread and butter. When it's them crazy ones, it's dark. But then there was also times where we saw Jorginho playing them crazy games or going into it. You saw his name in the lineup. We're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And for a large part of Declan Rice's career at Arsenal, I don't want to say him and Jorginho was the best partnership because I think him and, you know, the guy that's gone now, that was. But they complemented each other very well. Definitely, I'm not making this up. Definitely Rice's debut season. It had to have been. It had to have been. Sell him to Saudi, 40 mil easy. I hear it, but it's all fun and games saying shot man to Saudi. Did they want to go? Like, did they actually? It's like with Martinelli. Everyone says, oh, he's on 190 grand, shot him to Saudi. Does he want to go to Saudi Arabia? Because at this moment in time, none of us work for Arsenal. Maybe it's something different. No one ain't risen up any European offers for him. Pardon me. I don't know, man. Chat, please be nice to each other, man. Please be nice to each other. We're all good. You never know when it's your last day. Please, man. Even you, Marcel, man. Come on. Come on. Every time my chat goes crazy, can always be traced back to Marcel, you know. He ain't drank enough this morning. He's normally calmer. Run up the likes, people. Surely we can get 300. KJ, my guy. I need to get you on a platform. I didn't even know you was, you know. You're better than Rums as a Liverpool fan. I'll give you that. DG, no way you believe this childish propaganda. Man said he was scared of Havertz. His agent wanted to squeeze out a bigger deal a year later, mate. Okay, but that was said last year as well. DG, why are you talking about us? Because that's all you... And when I say Man United, yeah, Man United fans around the world, I'm not talking about you. Man United fans that actually live in Manchester, I ain't talking about you. It's these fucking London ones. They're always talking, Arsenal got to do this. Bro, you don't need to wash your... Bro, forget it. Forget it, yeah. Forget it. Focus. Concentrate, word to SB. One of the first things I've noticed about Gyökeres is that he switched from Nike Vapors to Adidas. As long as them the same shooting boots, do you think Edu's a top liar? To be fair, looking back, yeah, I think it must have been the end of Edu when he drew out Raheem Sterling. Now, Sterling didn't bang, but he's like, he actually violated Sterling, you know, like in the welcome vid. To be fair, we didn't plan to do this. Now, that was one where they could have lied to us. But you get the point. Edu never said Marquinhos was better. Come on, man. Come on, man. By all means, hold people account, but don't lie on people, man. You need to get over the line regardless of that, but I hear that. Now, Cunha and Mbeumo's too good to fail. I don't think Cunha will fail, but if one of them had to flop, it would be Cunha. And I hope he does, innit? Make sure he bangs, you know. Make sure it bangs. Just all I want to make sure it bangs. Not an Arsenal fan, but still enjoy your podcast and opinions. But why do you think that is? Because you're a man of reason. And above all, we have a laugh and a joke. Yeah, your team shit, my team shit, this player's better. We can talk football. We can do everything. And I just feel social media is exhausting, man. It's mundane arguments. It's rage bait. It's like my dad's better. My dad will beat up your dad. My dick bigger than yours. Pause. Like, it's boring, bro. It's boring. It's mad boring. It's absolutely boring. That's why, as a fan base, we need to be aligned in our club is first. We need to win. It don't matter who's in charge. Winning needs to be the forefront of everyone's mind from the top to all the things. Exactly. I want to win with everyone, you know. I want everyone to be on this journey, but this is how the game goes. This is how the game goes. This is genuinely how the game goes. Like, if Arteta left tomorrow, he can leave with his head held high, you know. A new manager could come in, not do certain things and benefit in the same way Arteta is benefiting from the fruits of Wenger's labour. Stadium's paid off. Haaland's pumping out talent. For years, we had to do the financial thing. We're in a point where you can spend 65 million, rightly or wrongly, on Kai Havertz, where you don't know if it's going to bang. The same rhetoric with Madueke, the same rhetoric with Declan Rice for 100-odd million. Some people that were here as part of this journey, we would have loved to have won leagues when Ramsdale's there, Tommy's about, Jesus is about, Tierney's here, you know, you get where I'm going in. Not everyone could be part of this. And sometimes that might be extended to the manager. I love Trossard and Martinelli. End of the day, you don't have the juice in you required. He might not be on that road. And that has to, at some point, you might not be able to blame Arteta, or even if a year, God forbid, he got sacked, it might not even be his fault. But at some point, the buck has to stop with you. Because I don't like the owners, but I can't sit here and just say that they're effing stuff up. They're not going to get rid of Arteta anytime soon. Arteta, I like you as a guy, you know. Big up Aaron, I see you in the chat somewhere. I like you, you know, but I like my club more. I've been in the press conferences. I love the conviction you speak with. I think you've shown big bollocks to make certain decisions. You show me can do the madman tactics thing. But I also think for you, you are shooting yourselves in the foot. I think you're shooting yourself, sorry, in the foot. And last time I checked, this is the Arsenal. Is it weird that with Edu, we barely got Brazilian players? Edu showed he's a fraud. He ain't rocked up with nothing from Brazil, apart from Marquinhos. Marquinhos has to be his nephew or something, man, because that never made no sense. Watch Lenny Euro clap, man. Let me Euro. Man, I got done up by Brennan Johnson. Don't think I didn't see him get done up by a team that got relegated in Southampton. Please, you lot United, you can't slander Gyökeres because you lot were whoring yourselves out for Gyökeres. You lot thought you lot were there before Arsenal fans even cared about Gyökeres. You lot, even when Amarin beat City, you lot were whoring yourselves out for him and whatnot. So please, it's all right. It's all right. I'm not involved. Please don't let him score against you lot. Please. I think personally, Arsenal season starts against Leeds, second game of the season. Now, Euro's a good player, man. He's just the age you're at. Unfortunately, in this day and age, yeah, like when you've got potential and all these things, people think because we see you as having potential, you just click your fingers and you're going to be that. There's going to be trials and tribulations. I'm pretty sure if you ask Man United fans, there's probably games where Lenny Euro's probably looked way older than an 18-year-old, and there's probably been games he's looked his age. That's what's going to happen. And also, Man United are shit defensively. Like they're bad. They've been badly coached with bad habits. I like Euro, man. I really do like him, but that's on one hand. The game's the game. Don't lack, man. You don't want to buck into this guy, please. I'm not even Gyökeres. You know what? You're right. Gyökeres ain't even scoring against you. Lot. It's Kai Havertz and these Madueke and that is Madueke. That listen, he's got to make Madueke. Madueke will get my support. I wouldn't have put 50 million on you. Cool. I can bitch about the cons. I can find some positives, but it's happened now. You can have all the potential. Me, I see it at 23 years of age. Wenger said this is where you need to kind of be the guy now. Potential's on that side. I need realized potential. And I'm not even going to get Madueke. You know more about football than me, Mikel Arteta. You and your recruitment team know more about me. I don't see the vision. I'll back him. I don't see the vision. Do your thing. If it doesn't happen, you know who needs to answer for that? Of course they are. DG, how many first team games do you think Dowman should get next season? As much as can be permitted. Or cameos. I want to see him play in the League Cup, realistically. FA Cup coming around. Would love to see him make his Prem debut and things. But we got to remember he's 15. He's actually, this is an important academic year as well. But some talent you can nurture, you can't contain, needs to do his thing. I actually preferred Madueke over some of our left wing options. He's more aggressive in taking on his right back. I'll give him that. He's on taking man on, but it's a mixed bag. Like I would probably start Madueke now ahead of Trossard and Martinelli. Personally, mainly it's kind of a mundane thinking purely because I'm kind of tired of seeing Trossard and Martinelli. I'm definitely tired of seeing Martinelli after this week as much as I love him. But I can't tell you that's a better option than Trossard or Martinelli. And you can't unanimously see that. That's why I want Eze. Cool. People don't think Eze is going to play left wing. All right, whatever. Even though that looks like where he can come get into the side. If we just assume that, we know Eze can play off the right, play in the 10. I don't think Mikel Arteta is going to like drop a Zubamendi or a Rice, but there's scope to have a lone 6 and rotating 8s. He can do all of that stuff. But if we just remember, if we just humor me, people. Eze is only a left winger for this example. Let's just say that. Yeah. Eze is he can only play left wing. You've got Eze, you've got Madueke, you've got Rodrygo. Rodrygo, I wish, sorry. You've got Martinelli. I'm looking at Rodrygo. You got Martinelli, you got Trossard. Who's the better option? Who's the game changer? Looks like it for me. And I do think, I think people need to remember tactically, like, fair enough, we've only played 2 games. Arteta's got to find the way tactically to get something out of that left-hand side. Again, bringing in Gyökeres, bringing in Madueke, by God's grace, the Ezes and the Rodrigos and all these guys rock in, and I'll be happy. But we have not played in an attacking sense to say, okay, slap them players down and it's working. We've got to find a way to break down low blocks, move the ball quicker, create more clear-cut chances. Be a bit more unpredictable, maybe in terms of build-up play, how we press, where we press, what crosses come into the box, if crosses come into the box. You just got to evolve, bro. Got to evolve a bit and be unpredictable, man. Yeah, Marcel, when we do our, you know what, from this season coming until next, we're going to have mods end of the season awards. One of them is going to be villain of the year. And you know what, Marcel, I'm going to put a tenner on you, mate. I can't lie, people, you lot are buying it, man. 265 likes. We really can't get to 300. We've had banter. We've gone over the news. You see me have to get on to people, Pete. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. It's all this about. Our left wing is garbage. When Yeri was able to debut in the Prem same season, he was set to turn 16. DG, why do you reckon when we get a good signing, it was well done, Berto / Edu, but when it's a shit one, it's Arteta's fault? I must admit, I think the only people that do that are the weird fans that want to do the agendas. I think everybody's got praise, if I'm honest with you. Right, to the point where we already know what's going to happen. If Gyökeres doesn't bang, oh my God, it was a Berto sign, it weren't Arteta's. No, it's both of theirs. Arteta and the club might have wanted Sesko, but might have wanted Gyökeres. But when you factor in which one's easier and all the things that go with bumpability, you think Arteta is not happy with it, with Donny. If it works, everybody gets praise. If it goes left, everybody gets question mark. I don't understand how Arteta and Berto aren't in agreement on which players are coming in exactly. We hear it, and for me, we hear the clubs on this collaboration thing. So you lot collab for it, make it work. If it works, everybody gets their praise. If it looks shaky, everybody has to hold licks. The fans would back the gaffer. However, the first 6 to 7 games in the Prem, then it will decide where the proper Arsenal fans are. It's a tough season. Get braced for the civil war, man. It's gonna be jarring. I must admit, it's gonna be jarring, man. It's gonna be jarring. Like when we win, we're amazing. We're the best in the world. We're gonna win everything, including the Tour de France. When we lose, sack everything. You know, burn the Emirates down. It's a civil war, man. And I just feel in our fan base, there's too much. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Because everybody puts their ego, and it just shows you how men and women are just not perfect, innit? When we beat Real Madrid, I told you. Imagine not believing in the manager. Oh my God. When we stunk up the place quickly, like, and it's neither right. I don't think Arteta has earned the luxury of having no criticisms. Like, what I mean by that is, pardon me, and it's not fair, but I could understand if people backed Wenger to the death, if it made sense, or backed Jose to the death, or backed Pep to the death, or when he was at Liverpool, backed Klopp to the death. Like, you've earned that, innit? Like, you've done magical fit. And many other managers, I can understand the delusion in that, if that makes sense. I can understand it. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. I don't think Arteta has done that, because man at this club have been sacked and criticised for less than that. And maybe it's because we're battered and bruised. Equally, I don't subscribe to this rhetoric that he's been mad rubbish and he's this and that. Any of the conversation around getting over the line and winning and, you know, having to naturally be a bit more harsher if we're going from a little rebuild thing to you know, to trying to win stuff, I'm with all of that. But I don't subscribe to this rhetoric of moving like man's Messiah. And if you move like he's the Messiah and nothing goes wrong and he's so amazing, then amazing stuff for me needs to correlate to Prems and champs and trophy, picking up silverware and all those kind of things, because we have a good team, man. Why not? And I don't subscribe to this rhetoric of, oh, if Arteta gets sacked, who do we get? I can't tell you that I necessarily want the guy to get sacked or to stay. I can't tell you who the next manager would be. What I could say is this is Arsenal Football Club. In the same way, you know, Klopp wasn't sacked, he walked away. Did Liverpool go, oh my God, what's happening? What if Arteta says, you know what? Like, what if he said to God forbid, end the next season, or whether we win a Premier League or he leaves, he says, you know what? I need a break. Football's intense. I need to break. I need to be back with my family. What if he gets up and walks away? All this, who would we get stuff? Where are we at then? Because that means we should all throw it all in the plan, in the away then. Let's go over the line, man. Chelsea have to be some bright horses, bro. They spent £1 billion. Nah, one thing I'd say about Benjamin Sesko, he's not got motion. I like Sesko, but he's not got motion like this. Like, he ain't getting people in Singapore moving mad. He's not doing it. Eze, if Gyökeres is getting that, if a Swedish player in Singapore is getting that, yeah, what do you think, you being a London lad, a former Arsenal boy, would get a reception in London? Eze, I'm not going to talk too much. I know you ain't watching my content, but yeah, man. Demand for Gyökeres jersey was so high, the Arsenal website temporarily clashed. Boy. Boy, Cronkies are laughing. Bro, close the tabs, my guy. Holy, there's so many. I do what I want. I do what I want. How are we meant to get involved then? How are we meant to have a show? No, because my laptop can handle this. Ain't you? Can't you? Spud me, mighty. We're not no little dibby laptop. We got this, man. Tab police lock me up, man. We've done bare streams. I'm gone. Free me. Most will give up to you, because football's an emotional game. When we win, I try not to get overly happy. When we lose, I try not to do too much. Big up DG. Why are we not looking at Lookman for left wing? To be fair, you have to give up on the Lookman thing. The Inter Milan manager, the CEO, came out yesterday and said that we're basically close to getting him. Number 10 is a special number to be rested at Arsenal. Sign Eze. Yeah. I did think 1 year he would get it. You know what? Should we just keep it free for at least 1 more year and give it to a certain academy grad as a late 16th birthday present? It's not Lewis Kelly. It's not Wanyeri. I don't know. And one thing I'm also not a fan of, yeah, like, again, I can't control people's opinions. I said not enough tabs. I can't control people's opinions. I can't control what they think. I always say two things. Just make sure you got your own thoughts, right? But there is one thing that kind of pees me off. It's this whole, like, you're entitled to support how you support, you know. Like, I don't agree. As long, for me anyways, the only non-negotiable is you do it in a respectful way. I'm not a fan of, you know, when it goes too much, like, it gets a bit personal. I'm not for that. I'm not a fan of, you know, policing people's opinions or policing how people support. I don't know about anyone else. But in my football mirror society, I've always been a thinker. Been raised to be that way. Not that I'm always thinking the right thing. I always think, why am I doing stuff? Why are other people doing stuff? Support doesn't mean blindlessly following someone into fire. Loyalty is as loyalty does. I'm not loyal for no reason. You need to give me reasons to be loyal and reasons to praise, critique, highlight areas. This whole just shut up and back and all of this, no, because some of you just like being part of a journey. That's not my thing. No one is a bigger passion merchant than me. No one is happier when it's all said and done to whatever. My thought is I can think every one of these players are shit or amazing, but I'm backing you all the way. That doesn't mean me just acting like it's all gold. I'm not on that. You need 10 more tabs to be certified. To be fair, though, man, there ain't nothing. There's nothing else Arsenal related. And we knew it was like the rumors were going to slow down. You know, give or take, the Rafa Leao thing is going to get there. No one was capping. Gyökeres, Sesko, you ain't got motion like this. You're my guy, Sesko, but you ain't got motion like this. You ain't got motion. Hey, Gyökeres, welcome, man. He has to bang. Sesko ain't getting this. You can keep your XG in that. Shirt sales for Arsenal's new signing Victor Gyökeres have broken the club's record. But you done your thing. Cronkies are laughing. While data from various outlets and retailers is still being analysed, it is already clear that the demand for Gyökeres' number 14 shirt exceeds that of any player in recent history. Yeah, because we've been catting for a striker. Catting. Do you know what I mean? We're just happy we got a flipping forward, mate. Well, naturally, you would have thought Saka, Rice, Odegaard would have been some of the thingies. So, yeah, there has to be demand for Miles Lewis Kelly shirts. Another one got discreet. Sorry that I ain't going to get none of these players' names on the back of my shirt. I just, listen, as I said, I'm not policing anyone, but for me, I think you should leave having players' names on the back of the shirts to little girls and little kids and little boys and girls. I don't think grown men should have that unless it's a family member or something. Get your own name, but fair play. The shirt sales already paying for him. If only, see, if they're doing that with him, well, going for Eze. Don't give Eze the 10. Arteta going to sabotage him. Less of that. Do we really need Eze? Would you not rather have a proper winger with MLS inverting, whereas the width at Palace, there was a wing back? Nah, man, bring Eze. I hear that, and you could do that. Bring Eze. Madueke is there. You can take man on if you want to take man on. Bring Eze. We can mix and blend things. Bring Eze. Bring him. Bring Eze to the carpet. Man gave Smith Rowe the 10 just to sell him. Yeah, he did. And to be fair, as much as the 14 and 10 shirts at my club are sacred, Eddie wore the 14. And you know what, Eddie, I'm not going to get at you in it. I don't think you should have ever got the 14. But at the same time, you know, you was an academy boy. You was just a simple, like, bro, a youth from London. When you strip it all back, a youth from London with his dreams of just being a footballer. You scored a hat-trick, wore the 14, played for this football club. And I've never had to question mark your ability. I mean, definitely your ability, your attitude. 1,000,000% Eddie and Ketty, your ability. 100%. 100%. Even though United fans are in this chat, you know what he does to you lot. William Gallas, piece of shit. Worst footballer I've seen play for this team. I'll take that to the grave. You disgraced the number 10. I don't know what weed Wenger was smoking. Shout out my white granddad. But that's when I was like, yeah, the number thing is dead. Do you have a FPL league, DG? Yeah, I do. It should allow you lot to just renew it if you're part of it. But Before the start of the season, we'll pattern that. So make sure you're following. If you're not, I will drop it in all the chats in the week building up to the Prem. And don't forget to check out the YouTube community tab. I'll post it there, man. We can't control DG not standing up for Arteta in outs, bottom Gooners panels either, but he does speak against Arteta in Arteta in panels. Wait, what? But he does speak against Arteta in panels. Afraid. How can I be afraid then? There's nothing to be afraid of because I'm not being funny. None of you are going to put your hands on me for having an opinion. Nobody can. I'm allowed an opinion. No one's going to kill me or take me to jail. And even with that, if a panel is Arteta in and I'm speaking out against Arteta, don't that directly correlate? But you're always something, man. I think Rodrygo suits Arsenal. I believe it when I see it, man. Just put Eze in the bag. The same fans who want Arteta sacked for not winning the league or FA Cup are the same ones who got Wenger sacked for winning the FA Cups. Make it make sense. But I don't think there'll ever be unity until we actually effing win something, man. Arteta needs to stop signing new contracts halfway through the season. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense to him if you're him getting bread, man. Arteta ain't leaving unless he wins something big or he gets sacked. He ain't getting sacked. What's your thoughts on João Felix to Saudi? His career looks funny, bro. Like his agents must have made bread. Like just set. I wouldn't say a wrong career move because he's getting paid, but yeah, just some questionable career moves from Mr. João Felix, man. I'm cool if they give the Haaland boys the big numbers. A single swim. Can't say the club hasn't backed them. Do the business or you're off to Fulham. Damn. DG, you speak against Arteta in and Arteta in panels against respect, okay? But what do you not speak for Arteta in out panels? That's tougher. Don't be afraid to ban you like they did me now. They can't. To be fair, boy, I'm not quite sure what you said there, but I'm pretty sure I'll just keep the same. Whether I'm with, I don't know, like, look at someone like DJ, big up DJB and Kenny Ken, they're like more cool it as I see it, and then you got more diplomatics. I ask the same questions. And what I find annoying about being a content creator is naturally I'll naturally disagree. I'll push back on stuff, but I just think naturally you have to let people speak, you know. You have to let people speak. I know it's tribalism, but you have to let people speak. You have to let people speak. And I'm also a fan of that's what somebody thinks, whether they think Arteta is the best manager of all time or the worst one. That's what you think. That's what you think, you know. As long as for me, and this is why I get people on my platform, as long as you can give some sort of trail of thought, be great. Because I don't know about you lot yet. All the dons I get on my platform, they remind me of people in my personal life. Like there's some people that, like take myself, for example. You don't know I'm a bit of a nerd. Like I love to look at all the statistics and youth and all these things. Some of my brethren don't give a flying madness about it. They don't care what you did in the academy. Can you do it right now? They don't care about tactics. And sometimes it gives you a new perspective. It's not necessarily that you agree. It's like they're seeing it differently. And I think there's just too much police with I just think there's too much egos and too much camps and too much egos and too much nonsense. When at the end of the day, this ain't politics. We're fucking watching football. Like, pardon my French, we're just watching football, you know. Literally, and that goes for everything. I can never be afraid, bro. I hear you. When God's watching over me and you're blessed, how can I be afraid? I can't be afraid of nothing or no one in this life, bro. You got mad. We need a phone-in show once a week. We need to hear some of the chat straight from the man. You know what? I want to get that done, yeah, but I actually want to get I don't know. One, I don't think you lot would care enough and there wouldn't be a demand. Two, how do you get it so that there's no weirdos, bro? Because big up. I do need to stop swearing. Apologies, man. It's just passion. Apologies. And you lot watch football. You think all these footballers are not swearing? Even bloody Saka is swearing. But one, I don't think you lot would care enough for a talk show. Two, call-in show. Two, I don't think there's enough demand. Three, how would you get it so that we could actually just have a normal show? Because unfortunately, you know how people are. People are weird. People are gonna do too much. Like big up tapping toes. I remember like maybe it was during lockdown. Like he had his own little cooling show thing, and someone started showing their bollocks and that. Like, bro, come on, I'm not on that. Weirdos are part of the game. Still creates great content. Yeah, there's weirdos, and then there's weirdos. I don't want any weirdos on my platform. I don't want to witness any weird stuff. Yeah, I don't. Brownings now. Huh? He said that. That's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? I'm not on that. Do the audio thing. Yeah, and then someone will play them sex noises, man. You see when your friends try to trick you on WhatsApp and they like check this link and it's like, we have to find a way to have some criteria. You have to hit some criteria. You have to verify yourself. You might have had to have been here for a minute. Like, we'll think of a way, man. Do you actually want that? Because yeah, we'll think of a way. Yeah, man. I don't want nonsense. I actually don't want nonsense, you know. I just want to give you a lot of content and have a decent, entertaining show where we have a bit of bands. We talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't want that kind of stuff over here. I can't lie, man. What's Derek said? You just have to choose a few and try them. Start with post game and members only. You know what? My members and mods, or members first and then mods. No, I just have a call-in show for regulars. True. Weirdos are just people misunderstood. I'm not sure if it's on them or your own intelligence just saying, no, man. Like, but when we say weirdos, you know how some men are weird. Not a good way to go viral, man. Someone came on Sava's call-in show the other day and showed points. See what I'm saying, bro? This is what I'm not on. This is what I'm not trying to see. This is what I'm not trying to see. Would you loan out Dowman, bro? He's 15, bro. He's 15. Come on, man. You can't go on loan nowhere. Mom's still cooking. Dad's still got to take everywhere, bro. He can't even get provisional license. Thing is, I've been in DG chat since 2021. I unsubbed for a bit because he was vexing me. Let's delve. Word to Famzone TV. Subscribe to him. Let's delve. What? You've been here since 2021. You left. You came back. 4 years. What happened? Nah, blood. Don't run. No, don't run. Come off the screen. What do you mean by that? Hey, everyone. Sit up and focus. Everyone. Don't go anywhere. Come to the front of the class, brother. Come to the front of the class. What happened? 1, I need to know he was vexing you. 2, why? 3, why you back? Let's delve. The streets need answers. Man tried to slip it in. Oh, yeah, state it. I'm back now. He's calm. No. Let this be a case. Hated, adored, but never ignored. I'm not a footballer, but this is how footballers must feel. They love you 1 week. They hate you the next week. They love you again. They hate you again. Shit, my God, be feeling that. This is how Madueke going to be feeling in that. Yeah? This is how I feel like Jokeres. They're saying, yeah, you can't do 2021, you're in the championship, you're in the Portuguese league. 2025, I'm back. Let's delve. He is a member, so fair play. But let's delve. Share the joke. No one's leaving for lunch. At all until this gets settled. Then you said, bun me. No, blood. Bun who? Bun you? What do you mean? Nah, unsubbed about 2023, but you was talking a bit crazy. What was said that was crazy? Let's delve. Because there's talking crazy, and then there's maybe I just had an opinion that was different from yours. And sometimes I genuinely, I can't lie, I'm ahead of the curve sometimes. I'm wrong a lot, but I'm ahead of the curve. And people scream, shout. Gab told me this once, like a very big Arsenal fan, that I used to deal with in my private life. Sometimes you're saying things, but I don't want to hear it. And the months will go down and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I get it because I remember catching heat for our beating run during Emre's run. I said, that's not going to bang. It's not going to bang. I said, buying Pepe's a mistake. Buying Lacazette's a mistake. Kind of told you what was going to happen last season. So I get it. But what was crazy? Because man are just saying things. Let's delve. Pre-record opinions, and then you could play the non-weirdo ones live and replay live. But doesn't that defeat the purpose of a call-in show, people? Like, doesn't that defeat the purpose of a call-in show if it's not live? Let's delve, though. You lot are forgetting. Rooks, come outside. Come outside. No, we need to know. This is customer feedback. Bruh, I can't remember, but I'm keeping it a stack. You saying shook? No, I'm joking. It's nice to have you back. Don't leave again. If you leave again, don't come back, though. Don't come back. This is non-negotiables. You knew you clocked it was lit over here, innit? You clocked. We might not have the best visuals of that, but it's lit over here, innit? You clocked. You went over them sides and you're down. It's not the same. I hear it. Concentrate, man. Concentrate. Someone got their cheeks out on Saeed's stream a few years ago. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Wait, well, let's be appropriate. The Brandons and that, it's calm, but No one else. The streets need rants in DG show. Friday, man. We're back Friday. We're back Friday. We're back Friday. Come to 4th Street, then, blood. You look like me. I don't look like you. You know what I look like. I don't know what you look like. You got the one-upmanship. Got the one-upsmanship. Okay. That we on. You call my criminal friends. You know the thing. So why you gotta stay close to the trenches. No, I'm joking. It's entertainment. All that glitters isn't gold, man. Yeah, but them man are accepting callings from hella randomers. You see, yeah, I'm not on that. And that's annoying because you look at Toes, you look at Saeed, like doing great things. They're trying to make nice content, you know, because again, that's what we're about. And then you got one person that just fucks you up for everyone doing stuff like that. Pepe, I said that too. 13 goals fully at 24 years of age. But like I said, actually, like I did like I just said, I just didn't think it was gonna work, bro. I just didn't think it was gonna. It just wasn't gonna work, bro. And I just do you know why I clocked the Lacazette thing wasn't gonna bang? Because Wenger was always linked with him, always trying to get him, and then it's well known we pulled out of a Lacazette move a couple of times, and then we got him. Obviously, I'm being a bit disingenuous because Alexis was there and whatnot, if I remember correctly. But 6 months after Lacazette signs, Aubameyang comes in. So I just clocked it's not gonna bang. That could just be audio cool. Yeah, but then I'm gonna be here like a prick offer. Like, imagine that. Wait, hang on. This is how it's gonna look. It's gonna be like this, innit? Well, obviously you're gonna see my picture, and then it's just this. And because it's audio, people might even get braver, bro. Streaming every day is not easy. No stream is perfect. No one's perfect. It's true. You know what? It's a double-edged sword. Because sometimes I'll be real. I'm having a bad day. I don't really want to be here talking to you. Like, just because I'm having a bad day. So you don't get me out of the mood, man. Big up you lot, man. Because as much as about providing you lot with content on a serious note, big up you lot, man. Like I said, came Arsenal, got hooked on food so much he became slower. Then went back to France and started bagging. He mocked it. The London thing, man. There's too much. If you got money, there's too much glitz and glamours. There's too much seashore. There's too much. Like Gyökeres, especially if Gyökeres is single. Make sure you score on the pitch. I hope you score off it. I don't know who you'd be going out with in the squad because you got too many good youths, man. Might have to go out with Wanyeri and Lewis Kelly, but Wanyeri might be shy though. You can swing him the dead takes. Allegedly, 007. Bare verbalist, man. Bare verbalist. James Bond questioning by validity. DG just handpick a selection of people for the first calling show. All right, we'll send the word out when it's timing then. You look actually like me. I feel like Ramsey, man. I didn't know there was demand for the guy like that. Man, DJ's funny. Anthony, appreciate you, my guy. Let's delve. Word to Just D. Let's delve. No, don't Rooks. We still need answers. Don't think we got away from that. We need specific answers. Man said he unsubbed. Sassy guy, blood. You know how sassy. Obviously, it's a joke with him, but some man are so sassy in my comments. Like, I'm just, oh my god, DJ, I've been fucking years. I'm unsubbed. I'm fucking unsubbing. You really have to do your fucking pray. I'm not always see. You can't win. If I do that, no matter who I bring on my show, yeah, it's why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Sometimes I should just sit here and say, you know what? You don't fucking do it. Give you lot my address. You don't fucking do it. What? Fucking come. Tell me how to do this. I built this. Like Wenger, mate. And I'll be damned if anyone tells me what to do. Like, I'm on sub. Oh my god, don't. And sometimes you get them idiot comments as well, like, oh yeah, didn't really like you at first, but now I'm sub to you. I like it. Shut up, man. So I feel like Saka. You weren't rating, man, when I was left back. I can see 2-2 screamers and that 2-2 talks more than that. Hopefully that returns. I'm still the most handsome guy on YouTube. And boy, if I'm acting like this now, family, because you are family, when we get 100K, we're gonna move mad. I was telling my friends yesterday. I promise you, like, when I get that 100K plaque, I promise all of you, like, I'm taking it to a dance with me. John's gonna ask me what's that. It's gonna be mad. But yeah, Rooks, let's go. I only subbed to the DG channel because you had girls on. I got girls on. Oh, you're talking about the various content. Listen, me, I'm a champion. On a serious note, I'm a champion of diversity, man. You see old white guys, young black guys, old black guys, young white guys, men, women, Asian, black, white, everything. Because that's what football's about. We're all allowed an opinion, bro. We're all allowed an opinion. We all have an opinion. Football celebrates diversity. Football don't care what you look like. Do you support the same team as me? Yeah, cool. We fuck with each other. What do you agree and disagree with about? Do you like football but support another team? All right, cool. We'll run bants or whatever. And that's all it is, man. It's just football. Like, I promise you, I don't think, apart from the obvious, nothing is more important in this life than football to me. But at the same time, life is hypocritical. It's just a game, bro. Like, and I feel, especially looking at YouTube, it gets a bit too clicky and personal and mad. And of course, if my team lose or win, my emotions are about. But like, it just goes a bit too that way. You don't know what I'm talking about, man. You don't know what I'm talking about. Just once I see a gal on the stream, well, come on, man, big up a gal. Gal's a madman. DG ego farming, definitely not ego farming, man. Bro, I'm not being funny. Some of you are not wavy, like you should. Some of you not wavy, like you strip back all of this. Man, are wavy in a real life. Like, come on, like fucking hell. Bro, I don't need to aura farm, bro. I've done all of that. God gave me aura, bro. Like, if you're not full of yourself, I don't know what. I'm humble, but I'm definitely full of myself. If I'm not full of myself, who can be? You know, where's that tig? Where's that tig? Where's that tig? Where is it? I swear we had it. You get me? No one cared until I put the mask on, you know? Nobody cared until I put the mask on. Yeah? No one cared. But we're here now. Man said football, gal, Henny in that order. You know what? Yeah, I can't speak on that, man. Bro, you are the hardest working streamer. I'm here religiously. Fury, big up you because you're a member, yeah, and a moderator, sorry. And you know why? You'll always have a special place in my heart. Because when I had a couple DG shirts, yeah, he can verify this. He bought me, gave him one. He bought me. What now? I'm the man of the people. Tranquilo. Hey, Foxy, where you been? Foxy, you're here all the time, but I've noticed since it looks like Marcel's team's taking Isaac from you, because you've been giving us a lot of bants, boy. Make sure you get Sesko. You know, I'm winning. Either United get Sesko for all the crap they've been talking, or Sesko ends up on your side. It's been a bit of a reality check for Newcastle, you know. Bro, stop doing internet capping, bro. Hit 4th Street. Hit 4th Street. Hit 4th Street. So Madrid wants Saliba and Dowman. I also want a lot of things, but life is not make a wish. Damn, man, not to say make a wish, you know. The videos of Gyökeres make him seem like a tank. He dwarfs most of the team in height and physique. Hopefully, he dwarfs most of the strikers in the league for goals, man. DG preach. Football doesn't care if you have kids, but will sure fuck them up if you're a Spurs fan. Pass on your curse. I'm not going to lie. I just have this funny feeling my son's not going to be an Arsenal fan because I know myself, I don't listen. But you see, if he's not Arsenal fan, make sure you know your mum's got money to be buying these football shirts and that. I might not even take you to games. I might not even take you, like, bro. It wasn't even like I was speaking wild, but you was jarring. Sometimes you need a break. No, sometimes you need a break. I'm not really a show face. Don't know if I come on stream. See, scared. Window worrying. Try shit on the gigahertz. Nice, all love. Bro, enjoy the summer. Still celebrate the trophy. Dead. Isaac ain't celebrating that though, because he's cutting. He's cutting. No one else. No one wants to. Oh, we got a 24-hour Greg's. Now I'm playing Foxy, but you deserve it. And your social media fans for actual Newcastle is calm. I don't doubt that he might be a good guy, but from a footballing point of view, he's jarring to listen to. I don't know how he did. It's everyone's opinion. You know what? Everyone gets something, man. You know, you either told you're too positive, too negative, agenda, flip flop. Everybody gets something in it. So fair. You know what? It's fair. It's fair. Like people that like, I don't even get what. Obviously, I do, but I don't really. It's a bit weird because obviously you need people to listen to you. But I don't care if people like. If you like me, like me. Like if you don't, you don't. I admire the people that cool. I might not be your cup of tea. It's just not your thing. No hard feelings. Cool. But then I would say the only thing that's jarring, and it's not really jarring because if you comment, it's engagement. You're indirectly putting my stuff out there in front of other people. Yeah, there is people that I think they're genuinely mentally unstable because I know if there's some content creator or some musician or someone or doing something that I'm not a fan of, I'm just gonna fuck off and go about my day in it. there's people that will be in your comments every day. You know, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hope you die. Like, bro, you see, I'm immune to it now, yeah. But sometimes it's crazy. You're a short man. What are you? What? I'm 5'8". How tall are you? It doesn't matter if you're 6 foot. I'll still slump you. But if you're shorter than me, you need to have manners, bro. Have manners. Isaac's house got robbed. To be fair, it's horrible, man. It's horrible, man. And I must admit, yeah, it must be heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking when I see that happen to footballers, especially like 9 times out of 10, when a footballer's house gets robbed, they're playing in a match, and they're playing in a match, and then something's happened. KJ, DG can't slap me. KJ, respectfully, bro, I'm not scared of the big up Brum. The Brum accent can only go too far, bro. I can't lie, bro. You're 6'3", bigger than glass chin settings. Bro, you're skinny, blood. Bro, I know you don't want it. You look like you smoke too much loud. Relax, fam. Relax, my brother. Relax. 5'8" for a guy short. Hey, small lax chop down big tree. The galley like me, blood. Yeah. And you lot that are 6 foot plus, you lot are corny. You lot probably, I bet you, yeah, God, if I'm lying, I'm frying, yeah, there's 500 people in here. I bet you, but there's someone that's 6 foot plus, yeah, there's one of you in here. You've got it in your Instagram bio. That's your personality trait. Like, you're walking past girls, look at me, I'm 6 foot. Oh my God, she get on hill. Dad, we got pizzazz, you get me? Yeah. Pizzazz, bro. Pizzazz. What are you gonna do if your match comes out? You spoke like someone that ain't ever put bells in nothing. Hey, bust it. I know you ain't gonna bust it. Rebels. Enough bread to hire a small army for 2 hours to guard the gaff caught slipping. To be fair though, I think they're getting lined, you know. They must be getting lined. They must be getting lined. Like maybe it's because I'm an overthinker, but when these footballers get robbed, yeah, it's too predictable. Like someone, whether it's the cleaner, whether it's a neighbor, someone has to have known something. It's like half of we're going a bit off topic, but like what you're seeing nowadays, like you see a lot of like rappers get Airbnbs and whatnot, and then they're coming back to the gaff. Jewels are going missing. All of these things are getting robbed, but it's not like a normal robbery. If somebody's robbing a house, well, to be fair, well, there's two ways. If somebody's robbing a house, everything is going to be everywhere because they're just searching it. Or the places that need to be messed up, like if you've left it in a cupboard, the cupboard's contents are on the floor. Somebody's lined up. Man, don't need to gas my gal just look and lick their lips. But it's anyways, fam. Not when you got that accent. Where you're from, brum. I bet you if we got a night out, I'm scoring. But say, man, they don't care about you anymore. They don't want to hear about your bull ring and all that crap. I'm joking. I'll be real, I wouldn't be scrapping. See, you ain't got no heart. You ain't got no heart. Window worry, you ain't got heart, bro. You ain't got heart. You haven't got heart, bro. You haven't got heart, man. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You lot bring you know what? You lot bring the nonsense side out as me. I'm the same size as DG, but bigger in all other departments. Brother, I don't know what you're on. We're all inclusive. I don't know what you're safe. Safe. You're by yourself. You're by yourself. You're by yourself. People just bored, man. Got time to hit on your grind. Parallel, Josh. It's life, man. Do you know what? In a good way, I think one of my biggest strengths and curses now is I'm not moved by anything, if that makes sense. Like, don't get twisted. Love for the love, yeah. But it's like you get nice comments and you obviously appreciate, like, obviously I'm human. If somebody says something negative, you're gonna like, rah, why are you doing that? Or if you're positive, thank you. But it's like the positive ones don't it's like, thank you, I appreciate it. And it's like the negative ones, like, okay. I gotta be like, if anything, the negative ones fuel me more. The negative ones make me happier because when you look past the initial nonsense, I'm important enough in your life for you to comment that. Pardon me. So what we doing? What we doing? Where we going? You need, boy, I don't know. SLD, you're on something different. I can't lie. You are funny when you're on when I have Kenny Ken on the show because he always bites the bait. Because what, Bobby? Because we have you got Arsenal Palmer? Yeah, man, trust. Woke up at 3:30 for work. I saw DG streaming. Not done with yesterday's work. Still appreciate you, Arthur, man. Come on, my guy. And Arthur's part of the furniture here. Always, you know, whenever I see Arthur's picture, I always think he's got an interesting life. You know, you look like you're out in the ocean and all of that. On On the business you've done so far, what's your prediction finishing the league? Second, third. Hope to be first. I just feel I feel we can give a good fight of it, but I just feel everything needs to go right. Like, obviously you're not going to win every game. Every team's going to cry about getting shagged by rest, but I just feel like you look at the Aston Villa game when you're winning 2-0. If you can see 2 goals and it's 2-2, you still need to win that. Everything just has to go right. Like, we have to be able to find a way of injuries. We just everything that we can control has to go right, and then I think we win the league. And I don't feel there's that. And I don't want to be a hypocrite, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what it would be, but like, not that I'm even watching other teams. If my team rocks up with Gyökeres, Saka, we got all the other things. Eze's there, and you know, I'll go a step further. Even though we're not getting Rodrygo, you got Eze and Rodrygo. I'd feel a lot more bullish. I'd be gassed, but like, once we calm down, like, it would still feel to me something is missing. And it sounds greedy. I can't tell you what it would be. I couldn't even tell if it's recruitment. Sometimes I genuinely think for any team, any person that's seen a team win a league or their teams won a league, I feel either before the season or at some point during the season, it's like you can smell. There's something you can smell. There's an aura. Like, there's just something. Like, there's that unpredictability of football that you can't account in words. That has seen Invincibles. It's seen what Wenger was doing. Fergie, Klopp, Conte, Jose, Pep. The list goes on. If that makes sense, it probably is greed. I'm still a spring chicken. Got a few more years before pushing 30. You man's lifespan running out, all pushing 30. 40. Hey, stay humble, man. Don't say that, man. By God's grace, we will live, man. Man said shy in person. I look scared to approach, girl. You're going mad. I know, I definitely am. I am. You never know who's listening. Yeah, I am. We'll play that gimmick. 1 year gimmick. You're an 8 out of 10 at least, EG. If girls don't see that they're giants, they have the oof. 8 out of 10. I don't know why you're judging me, but big up yourself. I'm not an 8 out of 10, blood. 20 million out of 10. Are you? Come on. Sauciest guy. Top 5 sexiest in London, and I'm not 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Love the streams, Fabian. Love the fact that you're here. Louder Short Kings thing, man. Bro, it ain't about heart, it's about logic. So you're only on fighting people that looks like a sure bet. Well, there's no logic. There's no logic. What, you don't want to fight him just because he's 6'3"? KJ's not on that. Don't get scared of the Brom accent, man, and the fact that them lot still wear boot cuts, man. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. DJ, I wake up, come on the stream away. Appreciate you, Fabian, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I don't know how we get here. We always go left. Gyökeres is already breaking record shirts with Glock 14 through the roof. It's absolutely amazing. Lies, I'm 30, life still good. 40, life still good. I can't lie, turning 40 is scary still. Like, the 30 thing's cool. 40, oof. Oof. If you're over 21 years of age, technically you're an uncle. All of you lot doing the ages thing, you don't understand life's going to humble you. And some of you lot that are laughing about people being 30 or 40, some of you lot, I said it yesterday, some of you lot lost your hairline at 18, if that. Some of you got man boobs. Focus. Concentrate, word to SB. We got 341 likes, though. Big up yourselves. I'm 40. Don't stress. You're only as old as you feel. Stay in the gym. Stay off the drink and cigarettes, and you should be good. John, appreciate you. The drink, I don't know about that one, but cigarettes. You're right, though. Did you not cry because you're 30? Cool. You know what? Life's going to hit you. Doesn't matter, my boy. You might not be 30 today, but you'll be 30 one day. And it's going to hit you. See where they play, if they play, or whatever the hell Jose said. Now, some people are going to get shagged. KJ's too easy to pee off, man. Yeah. Why can't I? You lot are crazy. So what? Some of you wouldn't give your, like, even if you're the most butterless, that don't even make sense. Most butters man in your opinion, yeah, all gal. Even if you think that, you lot don't believe in yourselves. If you lot don't believe in your thing, how can anyone? You lot are crazy. You lot are crazy, boy. Like, nah, bro. God put me here to be wavy. I'm wavy, man. I'm a granddad at 44, but I still get round the pitch. No issues for 90 minutes. Age just a number. See? DG grows an afro in it. I'm cool for another 2-3 years. That's going to fly. Remember I said this, yeah? Like, by God's grace, you remember this at the age of 30 when you turn 30. The days are long, but the years are quick. And I hope you do remember that. I can't lie, DG, you're a proper rattler. It's too easy, man. It's too easy, man. It's too easy. Don't let the Don't let the whole. I know I can be diplomatic and I can be sensible, but there's time to be stupid. I'm a little shit, mate. Literally at 5-8, the stream went left. We moved in a full circle. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about. We like to talk about football and all that jazz, but at the end of the day, like, it's just nice to be here chatting, man. I don't know what Ray is. 43, and I'll take your gal if you're not careful. It's just business. I go home to your wife. You need to be family man at 40 plus 40. You gotta be a family man. When you turn 30, everything hurts, but I still play ball. I wouldn't say everything hurts. Stay off the drink. I don't know about that one. Marcel's already gone. Marcel's already gone. He drinks at 9 in the morning. He's crazy. That's why I tell you, lot, stop arguing with him, man. DG, when do you plan to have a... Wait, whoa. Whoa, I don't know. Whoa. If I had Lewis Kelly money or Wanyeri money or the money Dowman's about to make shit, or Raheem Sterling, boy, would have done that now. Go find the right woman, innit? When are you going to do that? This DG streams when it's not on football, it's too live. Somehow we got here, but we're here now, innit? And you need to have that capacity to be able to, you know, verse. And if you lot are saying I'm funny, what do you think? Oh, you don't gal fall in love with humor, innit? So it's like when they see the looks. Yeah, people like KJ, they ain't got sores. Oh, I'm 6'3", there's nothing else. They're them guys that are gonna ask gal every day, how was your day? How was your day? How was your day? Like, what would you do if I tried to kiss you? Sending question marks and shit. True DG, the older you are, the faster the time passes. Treasure it because it's gone in a blink. Exactly. And on a serious note, we're all gonna die one day, man. So actually live a fulfilled life, man. Live a fulfilled life, man. Big man, I like the way you talk. Do you have a degree in economics? No, I do like economics, but you know what? Because you said that, mentally, I've got a degree in economics now. I've got a degree in economics. Galaxy money, true. Come on, Tevin. Allegedly, I'm not co-signing. This guy's a fool. You know, funny. You know, funny, man. You know, funny. You know, funny, man. You know, killing me. How was your day? Yeah, Bear, how was your day? No kids. Nope. And I must admit, you know, when you're talking to babes and that, and they're like, have you got kids? That is the one question I can answer honestly. Nope. With bare chest. Nope. None. Nope. No, none that I know of. None. I wanted, you know what? Yeah, I did feel though that I did want that whole, like, I used to think about that at 16. I did think I was gonna be a footballer, but I wanted kids in my 20s. I wanted them early, man. Today's youths aren't on nothing, all fat behind screens. Exactly. Bro, the youths of today don't even have to move to gal in person. Like, they can do Twitter and all these things. They don't know about moving. They don't know about going to certain areas just because they got gal. Apparently, like, there's not girls everywhere. They don't know about being in McDonald's and just moving up everything. And we could be here all day. These you're gonna be doing topless Mars celebrations. You know it. Yeah, the stream's still going. Why not, man? Big up the 9-to-5ers. I'm sure some people are probably at their desks now. I've made their day fly. Some of you are probably driving, but some of your days are probably starting. You got to provide value in it. And why not? Like, why not? We wrap up soon. Why? But yeah, 347 likes. Can we get to 400? 30 doing celebrations. Crazy. Okay. Duh. These are the sorts of chats that form a community. Life can't all be about football, well, most of the time anyway. See, John gets it. That's crazy. I'm the sauciest of Dons, DG. Not with that voice, not in Brum, you're not. You lot smell like at me, mate. Like, what's that? Who is that? What is that? Wait, what is that? What is that? If I don't know, man, that better not be porn or something. What is that? Who is that? Who is that? I mean, you know, we need to fact check whatever the hell this is. What's this? Fuck is this? Anime. I'll get fuck off with that, man. DG Wallahi, these titles are so haunting. Man said Madrid wants Dowman and Saliba. Hey, man. The game, dog. Bro, stop talking for me. You got me even mad. You think we don't say the same things? Nice to know. You lot are crazy. Man said anime, bro. What you talk about? Yeah. That's crazy. Going Blue Water, Westfield. Exactly. They've never been there. They've never did it. They've never had to do it. My guy using Brave Browser respect. Do you know what? I'll be real. I don't know why I got to this. Yeah, what is this? I can't lie, man. This Chira Peachy. I don't know what this is. Is this clothes or something? I don't know. No, you need to stop speaking for me, mate. Bro, I can't lie. It's not coming up. Is it a musician? I lie. You lot don't start all that. Don't start all that. Yeah, we're having a good chat. Please don't start the cartoon thing. Don't start the cartoon thing. Please leave me alone with the cartoon thing. Please. Please, please. You cartoon dons. Well, you know what? I might get an anime show for you. Look, you cartoon dons, allow me, man. Big up the cartoons, but allow me. Allow me. We don't want to hear that today. Yeah, man. Get out of here, man. We don't want to hear about that bullshit today. Like, please. Please. Please, man. Please. You lot been no. You lot doing that to me. Bar Naruto. Nope. Nope. You know what? On that note, we've been here for 2 hours. Yeah, it's getting cartoony now. So that is what we're gonna do, people. What we're gonna do is wrap this up. Obviously, the transfer news part, I'll clip up a part of this. I can't lie, man. It's always amazing. We talk about football. Anyone who's hit the like button, anyone who's silently watching. I know some of you watch my videos, but you don't have a YouTube account, so get one and turn on your notification bells. Somehow, for like an hour, we went left with something that had nothing to do with football. But as John said, we love all of that stuff, man. And obviously, big up Rants for the raid. Big up anyone who joined over from Rants' channel. Yeah, man, it was great. And now you lot started talking about cartoons. So now I'm going to go get back to some edited content I'm trying to make for you lot, people. We're trying to really keep pushing. The journey to 70,000 its subscribers is alive and kicking. As much as it's a laugh and a joke, we need to be happy for our blessings, man. Like, we're here to laugh and joke. So I hope and I wish you, your loved ones, and everyone in your life good health, man. So on that note, I'm out.
Against this right back, Charlie.